We gotta keep that same energy. We gotta keep that same energy with every single person. I've dropped the link a few times. Salute to my brother Black and Brown Boxing. Salute to my brother Mr. IOTBA. I would love to have y'all on this show today. I would love y'all to give me your thoughts on when Tim Bradley said Terence Crawford beats the brakes off of Canelo, because I don't see how Terence Crawford beats the brakes off of Canelo. Maybe he meant, Terence Crawford beats off Canelo, because that's the only way that that's going to happen, because he ain't beating the brakes off of Canelo, and we know that. And we know that. But one thing I will tell you, if I'm wrong, if I'm being a fanboy, if I'm being delusional, please, the link is dropped. You can get on here and put me in my place. Salute to everybody in the chat. And come on, man, give me your thoughts on all this. First off, I got my brother Untouchable right in the building. What's good with you, Untouchable?
Happy New Year's to you, IVIP. Happy New Year's to your family, your loved ones. Happy New Year's to the chat.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. And happy New Year's to you as well, my brother, and your family. And let me dig right into this. Tim Bradley, and I just want to get into what he said. Tim Bradley said, look, I woke up at 3 a.m. and something told me to study Canelo and Crawford. And Crawford is about to beat the shit out of Canelo. I'm letting you know right now, he's about to beat the brakes off of Canelo Alvarez. Now, why you wake up at 3 in the morning and your mind is on Canelo? That's beyond me. I can't answer why he's like that. But one thing I can tell you is this. Why do you think that he said he studied these guys at 3 in the morning, woke up in a hot sweat, and said Canelo gonna get the brakes beat off of him by Terence Crawford? What do you make of that?
Tim Bradley he's always had Crawford's nuts on him, man. He's always, he's always meat riding Crawford. Any top rank fighter, he always meat rides and shit, It's nothing new.
And I agree. I mean, look, this is the same Tim Bradley that said if Ryan Garcia beats Devin Haney, he'll stop talking boxing. But he kept talking boxing.
Yep. Even
I don't know if you remember that.
Ryan Garcia reminded him too, and he stood quiet.
That's it. And here's another one, Tim Bradley. 3 years ago, Tim Bradley said, hey, look, nobody's beating Canelo Alvarez. Now all of a sudden, he doesn't even think that it's a close fight. He don't even think it's competitive. He believes that Terence Crawford is going to beat the brakes off Canelo, but Terence Crawford didn't even beat the brakes off of Israel Madrimov.
That's what I'm saying.
So you think, and here's the thing that I want the chat to listen to. Everybody in the chat understand this. Terence Crawford has never fought a fighter better than Canelo or even at the same level as Canelo. No one. He's never fought someone at Canelo's level or better than Canelo. So for you to think that he's going to go in there and wash Canelo is the dumbest thing I've ever heard. Even Terence Crawford on team don't believe that, because they said they're going to fight defensive using their footwork. They're not going to try to engage. They don't really want to go head to head, toe to toe. They don't want blow for blow. They're going to try to stay on the outside. And how do you beat the brakes off of somebody when you're defensive? I don't know.
Well, one thing, let me say something real quick. So, hey, what's up, Edgar?
What up, bros? What up? Good to be on the show.
All right, so, but I think people overrate Crawford too much, man. Like, after the Spence fight, everyone was saying that Crawford destroys Canelo. No, he destroys any fighter. It's like, and then the crazy shit is that you got people saying, like, oh, like, Crawford and Canelo, that's the fight of the year, that's, like, the biggest fight of the year. I was like, come on, man. It's like, it's going to be the same shit with Charlo, man.
Here's the thing I don't understand. They say Canelo has no skills, and I think that that's disrespectful. Canelo has a lot of skills. Yes, Canelo's known as a powerful guy, but he's also small. And they say, well, Crawford's is levels above him skill wise. I wouldn't say that. I mean, we've seen Terence Crawford get caught with the right hand over and over and over again. We've seen it all the time. We've seen Israel Madrimov land that right hand at will. We've seen it. We've seen Kowalski catch him. We've seen Gamboa catch him. We've seen Sean Porter land that same right hand over and over and over again. And to say that none of these guys are A-level elite fighters, and to say that Canelo can't even catch him with a shot, that he's just too good and too talented, is crazy to me.
Right.
That's crazy to me. Oh, and let me get to my brother Domo says, if we're being humble, Nuke, I'm feeling a lot of nervous energy out of America right now, especially the Benavidez fiasco.
Hey, IBFP, what'd you do for New Year's? I'll tell you, man, but like, what'd you do for New Year's?
Oh man, New Year's, nothing, man. Just got drunk, watched the
I
Grinch,
feel that, man. I
beat
feel
some
that.
cheeks, and just just
Tight
enjoying
shit.
my New Year, man.
I like that, man. Edgar, how was your New Year's?
Good, man. Nothing, just relaxed at home, spending with the family, and looking to another year.
And
Another
Edgar,
year of
what do you
boxing.
think about this? Let me get you on this topic. What do you think about Tim Bradley saying Terence Crawford beats the brakes off of Canelo?
I mean, like I said before, bro. I mean, like I try not to, be racially biased, but the fanboy side of boxing and guys that want to be delusional about it, like Tim Bradley, like he's just pumping up his own guy or the guy that he thinks should be the face of boxing. I mean, all right, that's your guy. You think you shouldn't put it out there like, oh, he's just gonna wipe the floor with him. I think he's just trying to sell the fight to get his comrade or his like-minded guy get paid and just to see, I guess, the event go down. But I think that real boxing fans or real boxing enthusiasts know what it is. Like, it's a for Crawford, it's a money grab. He never made money his whole career. He cost money to all his promoters, and at this point, his last Hail Mary shot at the end zone is taking this fight, getting beat up, or trying to get on his bike and staying away, and just getting a big payday and riding off into the sunset.
I see. I feel you. And salute to Levon Everett the third. What's up with you, man? Talk to me, my brother. Talk to me. What do you think about all this stuff, man?
Yeah, man. Listen, me personally, I'm not a fan of Crawford going all the way up to 168 to fight Canelo. I think that, man, I think that's pretty stupid, man. You're gonna go all the way up and fight somebody who's knocked out a light heavyweight way bigger than him. I don't agree with that. If the jump up in weight doesn't have a effect on Terence Crawford on body as far as making weight and stuff like that, I'll give him a shot to outpoint Canelo. I think that's possible, but I got Canelo, hurt him pretty bad, man.
And not to jump in or nothing, but like look at what happened in his last fight with Madrimov. He almost went life and death with a guy that's not as big as Canelo and probably doesn't have the same power as Canelo. Like, and you said it before, Nuke. He's been tagged before, but before the difference is he was the slightly bigger guy. He was the slightly more athletic guy. He was the slightly faster and more powerful guy. So at that point, he could take those hits and gamble and beat the other guy up. Now that he moved up and fought a bigger man, he's felt the power, so it's not going to be the same. There is levels to this. Like we played sports throughout high school, but there was always going to be somebody bigger and faster and stronger than us.
You're correct.
Yep.
I mean, think about it. If Terence Crawford was as great as they say, and I think he's a great fighter. I think he's an excellent fighter. My thing is, if they feel like it's so easy, wouldn't it make sense that Terence Crawford shouldn't even be fighting at the weight class? Shouldn't he be up at 168? Shouldn't he be up at 160? Wouldn't that make sense? It doesn't, because in reality, we understand that Terence Crawford's a great fighter at his weight class. Let's just respect the weight class. That's all we're asking you to do. What's up, Luis? Talk to me.
Hello. You guys can hear me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Talk
Yeah,
to me.
yeah, man. I don't know. I've been having a lot of conversations with a lot of different people, and I think people forget. Especially when they compare Canelo to Benavidez or Canelo to other fighters, they forget that Canelo debuted at 140, and he was a very small guy. So for him fighting at 168 is already crazy. Um, for Crawford, 154 for me is probably, I think that's where he should stay at. I think if he wants to have a fight at 168, he should fight maybe someone like Janabek at 160. And I think that if he does well in that
Andrade.
fight, if he does well in that fight, I think not only would that make the Canelo Crawford fight even bigger, it would actually show if it's going to be competitive. I don't want to pay money to watch someone fight defensively. Like, no, you know what I mean? Like,
I agree. I mean, look, I agree with you, Luis. Think about it. They want to charge us $100 pay-per-view to see, Crawford get on his bike, saying, "I really don't want to engage. I'm just trying to hit and run all night to try to get a decision."
no,
That's not
exactly.
pay-per-view.
No, it's not. It's not. you know, and I don't feel like coughing up money to watch someone fight like that. Like especially if I know when you fight at your weight class, you knock people out. Like I want to see you fight like that. I don't want to see you fight in a way that I don't watch you. I don't see you fight ever. You know what I
Not
mean?
even
And
not even
yeah,
that, bro. Not even that. Like, let's say, like, there's a couple things here. Like, Crawford's running out of time. He's getting older and older, so he can't like risk the fact he can't risk delaying the fight any longer because then he's just gonna get older and older, and then maybe people will lose interest. Like right now, there's a little bit of interest from like the fan camp of his people trying to be like, yeah, maybe he can pull it off. Yeah, he's gonna pull it off. And Canelo is Canelo. He's gonna bring his crowd. Like, it's gonna sell. So even if we're talking about the price of the pay per view or not, if it gets made in for May, it's gonna sell. But the
oh
problem
no, yeah,
is like,
I'm sure it'll sell. I'm
yeah,
definitely
so
sure it'll sell.
yeah,
But
but like the
what I'm
issue is
saying is, yeah, go ahead, man. Go ahead, go ahead, man.
no, like this the issue is like his game plan is, yeah, I'm gonna get on my bike, I'm gonna jab and move as much as I can to just try to outpoint him. I highly doubt he thinks he's gonna outpoint him because it's gonna be Canelo pressing the action, and that's how the logical sense that we're looking at it is gonna be. I highly doubt it that he's gonna go in there and try to go toe to toe. We'll gladly pay $100 if he's gonna go in there and try to go toe to toe because then it's at least gonna show something.
Yeah,
I
I
mean,
mean, that may work on a pre-Mayweather Canelo. That, but I don't see Crawford. Maybe he boxes a solid 2 rounds, but man, those hits are gonna slow him down to
Right.
a halt.
Agreed. Completely agreed. I'm saying, like,
the
like
weight too.
if he were really just going to go out there and try to go toe to toe, we know he's going to get put to sleep. But maybe it's exciting for 4 or 6 rounds.
yeah. I
Maybe.
think I think the first 3 4 rounds are gonna be pretty good for Crawford, and I think if Canelo can pinpoint him down and attack the body, I think by the later rounds you're gonna see pretty much a takeover from Canelo.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah. I
that's
mean,
what I see.
agreed. Right. And like, I mean, and like I said, I mean, he's getting older. He can't let this opportunity pass because this is his opportunity at $10 million.
It's a big fight. Salute to my brother Noe. I'll tell you this, man. I think the thing is that Terence Crawford really wants to payday. He really don't care about anything else, and he feels like Canelo may have slowed down enough for him to try to eke out a decision. That's what he's hoping. That if he doesn't, then he can walk away with his money and be happy.
Right. Right.
Win-win for Crawford.
Yeah. It's a
Absolutely.
win-win for Crawford. Right.
It is because he could just run off to the sunset and be like, "Oh, I tried to be great."
Sorry.
Sorry.
And my brother Mike Trade says Canelo is a master at cutting off the ring. Also, people forget that. So all the Bud can outpoint Canelo is nonsense. Canelo will hurt Bud very badly. I remember
Right. I
before
agree
the
with Mike.
Canelo, yeah, but before the Canelo Charlo fight, they put Charlo on another level boxing ability wise above Canelo. The moment the fight was over and he was dominated, oh, Charlo's trash. He's nowhere near Bud. Really, if you
Oh no,
look at
dude.
it, Charlo and Bud would be the best name on Bud's resume right now.
That'd
Right
be an
Right.
now.
awesome fight too.
And,
That'd be a
and
good
and
Yeah.
that
fight.
would not be, and he would not Errol Spence Charlo. That would be a competitive fight. We've seen that from Madrimov.
Yeah,
Yep.
I thought it was a joke when they were saying that Errol Spence wanted to go up to Canelo. I'm like, dude, that doesn't make sense at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
One
never
thing that
wanted that fight because I knew Canelo was going to dog walk him, and it just was going to be not pretty. These guys just want these paydays so bad, it's disgusting. My brother states, just a reminder, Bud told Stanton Davis that he'd get no credit for beating him. Everyone was okay with that. Canelo says the same thing to Bud, and the narrative is he's ducking. Canelo is screwed regardless. So they're going to hate
yeah.
on Canelo no matter what he does, and that's absolutely right. Bud was open to a tank fight, but he said he won't get no credit if he takes the fight. So here's the same thing.
I think people
Canelo
forget
takes a
to
Bud fight. The moment Canelo beats him, it's a cherry pick. He shouldn't have did it. He's the bigger man. There's no winning
yeah.
this.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, the only upside to
And let me
Canelo
get to
is
hold on. Let me get to Ashy Knuckles in the building, and then Mike real quick. What's up with you, Ashy Knuckles?
Asking
Nothing much,
nuggets.
man. Just sitting here listening to y'all, man. Sit here and lie to yourself about Canelo, man.
Oh my
Oh my
Tell
god.
me the truth.
oh
Since we
my
lying,
god.
since we
Oh my
lying,
god.
Ashley, tell us the truth. Tell us the truth.
Hey, my y'all don't want to hear my truth. My truth is not the
Go on and
truth.
give it to us. Go
Just
on and
spit
give
it
it to us.
out,
You're
bro.
on here now. Go
The
on and give
We
us
truth
the
want to
is,
truth.
hear
the truth
your
I
is,
truth.
can't
he's
wait
not
to
Here.
hear the
fight. The
truth.
truth is, he's not fighting Crawford. He's gonna be fighting William Skull. I'm pretty sure y'all don't heard the news. He's going for that
We heard the
undisputed
news.
again.
So wait, are you upset that he's fighting Skull over
Oh no, I'm
Crawford
not.
or
I'm not.
no?
I'm not upset. I'm not upset. I mean,
Oh,
Canelo,
all
a
right.
grown man. He do what he do. You know what I'm
No, no,
saying?
no. Okay, I guess my question
Okay,
is do you want the Crawford Canelo fight to happen or no?
I mean, I'm pretty sure nobody want to see that fight. I mean,
No, I'm asking you. I'm asking you. Do you want it?
to be honest, I'm not a Canelo fan, but to be honest,
But no, that's
I'd
not my
rather him
question.
see.
I
I'd
just
rather
asking
see
if you
him
want.
fight. I'd rather see him fight stiffer
He wasn't
competition than
asking
William
you that.
Skull.
I'm not asking. I'm asking if are you
Damn,
opposed
Skull
to it?
is
Like
number one
if
for the
it was
IBF.
if tomorrow ESPN morning, reports, okay, May 5th, Canelo versus Crawford, is that gonna upset you or are you gonna be looking forward to it?
Oh, yeah, I'll be looking forward to that more than a William Skull fight. I mean, who would?
Okay,
Okay.
all right. So stay here with me. So you would be looking forward to that fight because you're hopeful that Crawford's gonna win.
Oh no, because I'm not a Crawford fan. So I mean, to be honest with you, that
So,
fight
Okay.
really don't really make me or break me.
you know
You know what
what's
I'm saying?
So
funny?
so
It's only one person I want to see him fight.
okay,
So
okay. So hold on. All right. But you're looking forward to the fight in what aspect?
what you mean, as far as the bud?
Yeah, like if let's say, yeah, like I said, like if tomorrow ESPN says Crawford Canelo is on for May 5th, you just said you would be looking forward to that fight. On what
Yeah,
basis?
because he would be in the ring with a better skillful man than the last couple of opponents that he been fighting. So yeah, I
Okay.
would
but
look forward to that.
But at the
okay.
end of the day,
I mean, let's
you
be
know that
honest. When
Canelo
was the
on the end
last
of the
time?
day.
When was the last time he was in the ring with somebody who we would even think it was a possibility of him losing?
Pitbull.
Hold on, everybody. Hold on.
No, because from
Oh
what I
my
just heard,
gosh.
from what I just heard one of the guests say that if
Control.
Bud,
Just one.
hold
Hold
up,
on. Just 1 second. Just 1 second. Because sometimes when I hear things, hold on 1 second. Ask you 1 second. Sometimes when I hear things, it's like I'm hearing them from a child. Like my daughter comes up to me and she's like, "Dad, I don't understand boxing," and I hear the same thing on this panel sometimes. And this is when somebody says, "When was the last time Canelo been in a fight when anybody thinking he's losing?" And it's like every fight Canelo gets ready to fight, you have a whole world of haters say he's about to lose.
well,
Yeah.
I
A
can't
whole
speak.
world.
I can't speak for all the
Hold on,
haters.
let me finish. Right before Edgar Berlanga fight, they said, "Oh, he's going to lose to Berlanga. Berlanga might sleep Canelo. He's washed now." Before that, Munguia's going to knock him out. Before that, Charlo's going to outbox him. It's always something on how Canelo's going to lose every single fight. The
They
moment he
even said
wins,
John
they're cherry
Ryder.
picks, they're trash.
Or how
Canelo's
good their
garbage.
opponent is.
He's this, he's that. I'm just saying, these are how the narrative spread. I just think it's funny how people just jump from lap to lap to lap and say,
Like
"Oh, when was the last time we seen a guy like Terence Crawford in a fight that he was supposed to really lose?" I mean, think about it.
A
He
lot of
fought
people thought he
Israel.
was going to lose.
He fought Israel Madrimov. I mean, who's Madrimov? Madrimov's not great. He's not elite. When was the last time we seen David Benavidez in a fight he was supposed to lose?
Yeah.
This guy fought Caleb Plant, Canelo's leftovers. When was he supposed to lose that fight? The guy was
Oh,
already done
it
after
was people
Canelo beat
saying
his
it.
ass.
It
And
was
then
people saying.
out of Boston, he fought a retired Boston, but that's supposed to whoop. Like I'm not understanding. So it's
Better
funny
be.
that
And you know
people
what's
hold
crazy?
Canelo
I
to
mean,
standards.
you
Hold on,
asking all these
it's fun. Hold
questions,
on,
but
1 second. I'm speaking now. It's funny that people hold Canelo to a standard that they won't hold their favorite fighter to. They'll get on their knees and put some lotion on their knees and be like, "Oh man, then Benavidez. Oh man, he fought Caleb Plant, who's already knocked out by Canelo, but that makes him the monster because they went 12 rounds. Like I'm supposed to. That's your king. Like I'm supposed to praise this shit, and then I'm supposed to just ignore all this shit and let you talk shit and act like I don't see any of this. That's crazy. To me, that's crazy. I don't understand it. I don't understand how you can get on your knees and please, David Benavidez, zip up his pants when you're done. Because I don't understand how him beating a retired Vostok is equal to any. Canelo has outworked this man's entire career by fighting Triple G alone.
all right. So
Danny Jacobs alone is better
can
than
I
his
ask you a
entire
question
career.
now?
David
Went after
Benavidez
Bebo
never
too.
unified. Like, stop it. But hold on. I digress. I apologize. I got to get back to the New Jersey.
Hello.
You
Mike, you
asked
there?
me about 100 questions just now.
Okay.
It was so many. I don't even know which one
Mike,
to
are you
start.
there?
Hello. Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, let's go to the son of New Jersey. I think Mike is busy. What's up, son?
Nothing much. I just got back from work. Why are we talking about Canelo Bud again? I just got in like
Yeah.
I'll be
Mike,
right
what's
back,
up?
guys. I'm gonna mute my mic for a minute.
Didn't one of the guests say that if Crawford lose, he gonna say he was daring to be great?
Somebody did say that, yes.
Okay, wasn't that the excuse? Wasn't that the excuse I heard when Canelo lost the Bivol?
What?
Did Canelo move up 3 weight classes?
You said did Canelo move up 3 weight classes? He moved that up when he fought Kovalev, didn't he? When
He
won
moved
the
up
belt,
2 weight
right?
class. Hold on, he moved up 2 weight classes, fought Kovalev and won.
Okay.
Then when he went to then when he went to 160, then when he went to 168 to fight Bivol, before that fight, everybody called it a cherry pick. And so then after the fight, everybody will say, "Oh, Bivol's elite. He's great. He's this. He's that." And they jump from lap to lap. This is what I'm talking about. These are excuses. Then I'm just saying these are excuses. Canelo took Canelo took a legitimate risk. Hold on 1 second. Canelo took a legitimate risk, but Canelo has been taking risks. Bivol wasn't the only risk Canelo took. He took the Kovalev risk. He took the Callum Smith risk. You remember, Canelo did not belong at 168. Terence Crawford has never taken a risk like this in his life. There's a difference.
Wait, Ashy Knuckles, let me ask Ashy Knuckles, listen up, bro. So did you know?
Hold on. Levon, you go first.
Yeah. So Ashy Knuckles, did you know? And Nuke talked about this a multitude of times. Years prior to the Bivol fight, Canelo was trying to get a fight against Benavidez.
Oh, everybody know that. That's not new news.
It was entertaining, so he just went ahead and fought Bivol. So how is that a cherry pick?
I didn't say it was a cherry pick. I said that's what everybody was saying. I didn't say not. Like I said, I'm not a Canelo fan. I'm not a Bivol fan. You feel what I'm saying? I only fuck with like 2 exclusive fighters who I watch. You feel what I'm saying?
That's the problem with all of
anything other than that, it's irrelevant.
I'm just saying, man. Like y'all call Canelo a duck, but he's trying to make fights nobody has really tried to make. But
and that's true. And Mike Trades, and Mike Trades also says this: Canelo didn't get a payday by fighting Bivol. Crawford only wants Canelo because of a payday. This Ashy Knuckles dude is an idiot, and he's right to a degree. I mean, listen what Mike says. Terence Crawford has already said, even last year, he was like, I don't really want to fight Canelo, but then again, I'll fight him. He changed his mind immediately because the payday would have been so massive. That's the only thing that's interesting him in the fight. Why wouldn't
he want a payday? The man 37 years old. He about to be 40 soon.
I'm not mad that he wants a payday, but I'm not going to hold this nuts because he want a payday. If you understand what I mean, you can try to clean out 154. You ain't fought an elite fighter nowhere around your weight class. You just want to get the biggest payday possible and scream. So, and that's what I'm saying. If it's going to be a payday, then don't say I'm daring to be great.
Now I would agree to that
because you're not doing both. Because if you were daring to be great, you would have did this shit a long time ago.
I would agree with that if he fight Canelo, win or lose, and then go back to 154 and start fighting other fighters. But if he fight Canelo and retire after whether he win or lose, then I understand he went for the money. Now if he come back to 154 to fight other fighters after Canelo, then yeah, he was just chasing for the bag. But if he just want Canelo for his last hurrah, then I'm cool with that. I don't really see the last hurrah.
Bud is going to fight if Bud gets the Canelo fight.
That's his last
fight. After he loses the fight, even if he won, it really don't matter. Bud will never take another real boxing match after that. It'll always be stunt fight showcase. He'll never want to risk all of the clout that he had. I lost to Canelo, whatever. I'm never going to risk whatever my legacy, because he's going to feel that doesn't go against his legacy. He loses to Canelo at 68. He's going to say my legacy's intact outside of that. So since it don't affect my legacy and they're not going to give Canelo credit for it, then I'm not going to unify 54. I'm just going to go and fight all these other random Conor McGregors and Jake Pauls and all these other guys because, it doesn't hurt me. That's what I'm saying. If Terence Crawford doesn't get the Canelo fight, then that's better for boxing, because then that means Terence Crawford can actually go down to 54 and try to be the guy that wipes out the entire division right now.
Like I said, I've never had a problem with Canelo. Like I said, I don't think that he's a bad fighter. I think he's a great fighter, an elite fighter. My only problem with Canelo was that he fought a lot of people who was mandatory, who didn't have to go through all that signing mandatories and all that. When I felt he could have did the same thing with Benavidez. Just because he didn't do that didn't mean that I don't like Canelo or I think he's a bum and no shit like that. No, I think he's a great fighter.
I agree. And you're absolutely right. Canelo could have fought Benavidez. He could have made a choice and said, look, I'm going to do everything in my power to fight Benavidez. But I don't understand why he would do that when Benavidez lost his belt twice on his own. He had a Canelo fighting grasp, and he blew it twice. That man wasted all of his time in 68. Hold on, let me finish. He wasted all his time in 68 by never unifying. He had a chance to fight Caleb Plant. He delayed it. He had a chance to fight Callum Smith. He delayed it. And then when Canelo comes in the division, starts snatching belts, he loses it again. That's on David Benavidez. You can't be mad at nobody that you gave up your golden ticket.
Listen, I'm not mad. I'm not mad at that fact. I'm not mad at that fact because when you mess up, then you're supposed to get your belt snatched away from you. I don't have no issue with that as far as in him being overweight and him, losing his belt due to drugs. But he gained his way back into the division. He fought everybody that he needed to fight. Because if y'all remember, he told him, fight Plant, fight Boo Boo Andre. Because as y'all remember, he said you fight no one. You only fought Anthony Durrell. He fought those fighters, and then it was just still more delays. Well,
it wasn't more delays. Benavidez moved up in weight. So right before his mandatory was called, he moved up to 175 and never moved back down. I don't know if you're aware of that.
Yeah, and I heard his interview of why he did that. He said he was waiting to see if he was going to get some word back. But when he heard he was going to fight Munguia,
hold on. That makes no sense because he moved up to 70. Hold on. He moved up to 75 before Canelo even had the Munguia fight done.
No, he said he heard.
I think it's disingenuous because.
No, can you listen?
Go ahead.
I reworded that wrong. What he said is that he was looking to fight Canelo, but he heard that he was making plans to fight Munguia and not fight him. So he was like, you know what? I'm not going to keep holding my career. I'm just going to go ahead and move up to 175. Now, when they offered him to come back down, he said Canelo still didn't want to fight. So he was like, you know what? I'm just going to stay where I'm at.
Hold on. I think we're missing it here. It's not about Canelo wanting to fight. You were mandatory. And so remember, David Benavidez had promised all of his fans that he would never move up in weight until he gets that Canelo mandatory fight ordered. That fight was on the table. It was ready to be ordered. And they asked him, do you want to do it? He took 2 extensions and said, no, I don't want to come back down. He moved up a year in advance because he never wanted to do it.
Yeah,
look, if you can't, and the truth is he couldn't make. Hold on, Ashley. The truth is he couldn't make the weight, and he blew it, and that's really it. And if he really wanted to fight, he would have stayed there, and he would have got that fight done. But he didn't. You can't blame Canelo for this guy moving up in weight. It just don't work like that.
Listen, I don't blame Canelo.
Hold on. I got to let Preem in, and before I let Preem in, I just got to get to this next question. My brother says I asked the question to Ashley a few weeks back and never got an answer, so I'll try again. Technically and skills-wise, what do you see in David Benavidez that makes you think he beats Canelo Alvarez, Ashy Knuckles?
For one, his style, he's relentless. He throws multiple punches and bunches. He's going to stay. He's going to drain you out. He's going to wear you down as far as in your stamina, and he's just going to beat on you. Especially if you're a smaller man. Now, if you his size, you might give him a little bit more problems. Just like the David Morrell fight that's coming up. A lot of people think David Morrell going to beat him or it's going to be, a good fight. Like I told y'all before, I don't think that fight going past 9 rounds. If you watch a lot of Morrell fights, Morrell do not keep his hand up when he swings. He it keeps his guard wide open. And David's going to feast off that. So after that fight is over, if he don't fight, which I don't think he's going to fight the winner of Benavidez and Bivol, because that would be kind of crazy to just jump from Morrell straight to one of those animals. So I prefer him to have a little tune-up fight.
Why?
So
why? If he's about greatness, why not just go for it? Why not just go for the belts if they're there? He's the biggest name at the weight. Why not just take the fight? Why wouldn't you take it?
I'm speaking for what I would want him to do. Now, what he would want to do is something different. He might just go ahead and jump into the ring with them. I'm saying what I prefer.
Yeah, but if you're a fan of somebody, wouldn't you that's like if you're a fan of the Bulls or the Knicks, you want them to go for the championship. You don't want them to just be like, it's all right, they'll be the number 2 seed. It's cool. They can stop right there. No, you want them to go for the belts. Why wouldn't you want your guy to go for the belts?
It's like right now with the Bills.
I'm not really too worried about Bivol. It's the other one. He's a monster.
Both of those guys beat him.
How he says it. Hey,
I mean, that's your opinion. That's your opinion. We don't know until they fight.
We got one more question.
Don't nobody ever go to Better Be.
Hold on,
When was
one
the
more
last
question
time
and
y'all
then we can
seen any
freestyle it.
fighter that fought Better Be go to his body? I've never seen no fighter that fight him give him straight body blows. Everybody's hitting for the head
Hold on, one
and run.
second. Hold on, one last question for you, Ashley. One last question, then I'm gonna let you guys freestyle it. When could Canelo have made David Benavidez an offer during David's 3-fight deal in which David chose to go up in weight at the end of the deal after making a deal on video with Mauricio Suleiman for the March order date?
Before he had the Morrell fight, he could have told him to come down 68. Or he could, if he felt that David get too big, he could have put a weight clause on a
Well,
situation.
this had nothing to do with Canelo. This was all on David. David chose not to come back down. I don't. Also, to me, I just don't understand it.
So you
David
telling
chose
me?
not to
So you
come back
telling me?
down.
So you
David is
telling me if
satisfied and
Canelo?
content there.
So you telling me if Canelo would have told David Benavidez camp that come back to 168, I'll give you a shot. You saying he wouldn't have done that? I think he would have canceled the Morrell
It's
fight
not
for that.
about what Canelo did. Strip Canelo of his belt so it's an official duck if you feel like he won't take the fight if it's mandated.
What I don't only thing I don't understand about QIBF. Now you said as far as a mandatory, he should have signed his mandatory. You know what I'm saying? Go through the process of trying to sue the WBC because they don't
You didn't
want
need
to
to
give
sue
him
the
the fight.
WBC. The fight would have been mandated if Canelo wouldn't have signed on. He would have been stripped. There's no lawsuit. The WBC was offering him the fight. You sue the WBC if they will not offer you the fight. If
Do
they
you
will
know how
not
much money the
execute your mandatory.
WBC makes
The
off Canelo? They're
WBC
not going
asked
to
him.
make
He
Canelo do
asked for 2
nothing.
extensions, and he said, "No, I don't want it. I do not want it. I want to stay up here at 175 and fight anybody but Canelo or those monsters."
So
Because
if
he's
that's
saying that he'll fight Benavidez. He is saying that he'll fight Bivol. He's saying he'll fight Better BF. But the last time he had an opportunity, he was lined up to fight Better BF. He passed on that too. I'm sorry. I just don't believe that David Benavidez is going to fight whoever they say he's going to fight because I have not seen him take those chances.
chances with who? Who's the
With
elite fighter that
anybody.
he haven't
When
taken
he was
taken
lined
chances?
up the number one at 175 in the WBC to fight Archer Better BF, he petitioned to go back down and wait.
Why
He
would
had
he
an
had to get?
opportunity and he
Listen,
passed on
man.
it.
First of all, he had to get his skills up to even get in the ring with a better beard. Y'all acting like David Benavidez is an old
Okay.
dude.
Put
First he
Better
had
BF on
skills,
the
now he
side.
doesn't have
Then why
skills.
did he delay? Hold on. Then why did he delay the Caleb Plant fight?
I have no doubt. I can't answer that question for you. I'm not in his camp.
Exactly.
I don't know.
And
I don't know.
that's
I
what's
don't know him like
frustrating.
that.
He delayed the Caleb. He delayed the Caleb Plant fight. He delayed the Callum Smith fight. He lost his belt twice. But you want me to believe that everybody needs to bend over backwards to make David happy? That's just crazy.
Listen,
My
they
brother
don't have to
Clavo in the
listen.
building.
He don't have to
Yeah.
bend. He don't have to bend over to make him happy. Just like in the Spanish interview that I seen Canelo handler said, like they say right now at this stage in his career, they have to be. And I'm pretty sure somebody on his panel seen that interview. They have to
They
be
said
very
what? What did he
careful.
say?
They say they have to be very careful who they pick, who he fight, because right now
Canelo never said that.
I ain't say Canelo. I said his handler.
Who's his handler? Because Eddie Reynoso never said that either.
Whoever goes and study the people who he's going to choose to fight. Because Canelo just don't be like, I want to fight him.
Yeah,
They
that's
go
an
and look at.
accusation. And Hunter, that's an unfounded accusation because Eddie Reynoso and Canelo are consistent saying they're willing to fight anybody. They're even on record as being willing to fight David if they come with the right money.
And you know
That's
how
all
many
I'm gonna say.
times?
Hold
You
on.
know how many times I heard that in boxing?
Hold on, Ashley. I
We'll
got
fight
two people that
anybody.
really need to get that comment in real quick. My brother Clavo, then round one. Talk to me, Clavo.
Bro, I mean, we're back at Canelo and Benavidez, man. Why? This man's already at 175.
Real.
And also, here's
For
another
real.
thing, bro. Do I want to see that fight? Yeah, I would want to see that fight, but does David really fucking deserve it? Let's go ahead and go back, bro. Fucking David Benavidez was WBC champion, and guess who else was there? Zurdo Ramirez had the fucking WBO. Groves had the WBA. James DeGale had the IBF. That's one cycle of champions. And who's next up coming after that? You got Zurdo went up to 175. Zonders ended up with the WBO. Callum Smith ended up with the WBA. And then Jose Uzcategui ended up with the IBF. That's two cycles of fucking champions. And who else after that? Caleb Plant gets the motherfucking IBF. And Canelo gets WBA and so forth. Why the fuck are we thinking that Benavidez should get this shit easily? Oh, you only got to fight one time to be undisputed while this man did your homework and did your mandatory and you skipped out. Yeah, nigga, let's act like Benavidez is all about belts. Yeah, because he unified so much, right? Bro, we need to stop with
Preach,
this shit
brother.
already, man. For real,
Preach,
bro.
God
brother.
He's
damn.
getting old.
Damn,
He's
man.
talking real
Clavo's
shit.
on a
He's
roll
cooking
right
Yes,
now.
now, man.
sir.
Real nigga shit.
Let him
Clavo.
cook, chat.
Clavo, cook
Man,
more.
bro.
Cook,
Come on, man.
cook,
I'm
cook.
cooked, bro. I'm just saying, look, man, Canelo right
Let him
now,
cook,
I don't know
bro.
why we're discussing that. There's been talks that he's gonna fucking now fight William Skull, Crawford. We don't know where the fuck it's even going. You know what I'm saying? But
He's
this
gonna
David
fight William
Benavidez and
Skull, man.
Canelo, I think that's
Stop fooling yourself. Stop fucking fooling yourself. Right now in his career, y'all don't want to believe it. And
bro.
some of y'all do believe it, but y'all in denial. Y'all know that man gonna take the
Bro,
least path of
screw your
resistance
ovaries,
until
bro.
he
That's what I
retires.
said too.
Y'all
That's
know
what I
that.
said too.
I know that.
Just like your guy's taking the least path of resistance his whole entire career.
And who was the least path? Who out of
He
all them
never
fighters?
fought
Who was
any
the least
Benavidez
champion.
path?
fighting a guy
Clavo
that
just
can't fight.
Clavo just went through his whole career almost, and he never took another championship fight. He just said it
Facts.
to you.
Facts. I mean, he had
Actually,
Caleb
no, I got a
Plant, and
question for
they
you, bro.
finally fought.
So, who do you consider a tune-up for Benavidez at 175? Because 175 is shark infested.
There's a lot of good ones.
There's a
It's a
lot of
lot of good
tune-ups
ones.
out there for
It's a
him.
lot of good
Yeah.
ones out there.
So you hold on, let me get this straight. You want to see a Benavidez versus Ben Whitaker before he goes for undisputed? That's what you want to see?
Nah, I wouldn't want to see him. I wouldn't want to see him fight him. Whitaker, nah, not Whitaker. Yeah,
I feel
that's
like David. I feel
You
like
know what'd be a
David
good one?
needs to build himself up. He ain't ready for better BF like he wasn't ready. That's why he moved back down because he knew he wasn't ready for that smoke. And the last
No,
time
I
he
agree. I agree.
it's funny because let y'all tell it. David Benavidez just scared. He's scared of everybody. You know what I'm saying? He don't want to fight nobody.
I mean,
Nah,
tell
No,
me
no,
He
no.
why.
just
Trying
Tell
to
me
trying
why.
to tell you.
Now,
Tell me
I'm
why.
not
just
Tell
saying
me
bum,
that.
man.
why.
I'm saying right now.
That's
I
not
just
true.
Y'all
need
right.
him
Y'all
to
right. I
build his
stepped out of
body.
line. Who am I to know anything? You
No,
know what I'm
no, no.
saying?
Ashley, we
Knuckles,
respect you, man.
look.
Only thing I'm gonna tell you is I
I'm gonna
like
talk
David
shit. No,
Benavidez. I'm a fan. I think
yeah,
everybody's a fan of David on this
yeah.
panel.
Look, I
I
just
think it's when
criticize
people
him
go
because of that.
overrating everything, ignoring all the facts is the problem that we have.
No,
Yeah,
they're not
no.
fans.
Actually,
They're not fans. But you know
No,
what?
this is
Eventually
what
they
I'm
will
saying.
be because
Yeah,
if he stays winning and when Canelo do retire, who y'all gonna root on in? For
I mean, there's no
all the
other guys.
Latinos,
No,
all
Listen,
the
there's
there's
other
Latinos,
Wait a
fighters.
minute.
all the
Wait a minute.
Latinos
Wait
that
a
love
minute.
their
Wait.
Latino fighters
Hell,
eventually.
see,
And the only reason
no.
why a lot of them don't like David Benavidez is because he talks shit. His father talks shit about fighting their favorite fighter. So when their favorite fighter do walk out that door to hang him up, they're gonna have to latch on to somebody else. And why
It's
not
not
a
gonna be
David
David.
No,
Benavidez?
you're right though.
Yeah,
But look, I'm saying
that's
David.
not what's
Look.
happening.
I feel like David isn't ready for
Because
better beer for
Canelo don't
him.
got much longer. I give him 4 to 5 years, if that.
You got 2
He
years.
fight 2 times a year, so
Look,
that's
yeah,
a lot.
that's
That's
true.
a
wait a
lot of
minute. Wait.
fighting with.
Well,
That's
I
a
don't
lot of
know. He
fighting in
So
his
said
hold
career.
on,
chill out for a
hold on.
year
So
and
are
come
you
back.
saying that
So
there's nobody else to root for after Canelo leaves? Is that what you're
No,
saying?
I said for those who like their Latin fighters, they're gonna have to latch on to another Latin fighter once he leaves. So why not
Who's the
David
last fighter?
Benavidez?
Not necessarily. I'm gonna latch on to fucking Nakatani. I'm gonna latch on to Inoue. I'm gonna
Yep.
latch on to fucking Bam Rodriguez. I'm gonna
Well,
latch on to
well,
fucking
then
Richardson
obviously
Hitchens.
then you don't like your Latin fighters. I'm not speaking for you. I'm not speaking for
We don't
no,
everybody in
care
this
what
Knuckles,
panel.
they are.
Bro,
We
I
just
don't
care about
care.
I'm
good
not speaking
boxers.
for everybody in this panel. So don't put your
Knuckles.
if it don't apply, let it fly. You feel
No,
what I'm
I know
saying?
Knuckles.
Where
I
he
don't
took
think
I'm
it.
just
people
saying. Look, I'm
dislike
not hating
Benavidez.
on him. I don't.
Dude, you're not understanding.
What I'm trying to say is he's not ready yet. He needs to build himself up. He needs tune-ups. I feel like at 175, he's
So
not ready for
basically he
better
gotta
beer.
be better Biv or Bibble for him to be ready.
No. He's not ready for any of those fights. That last
Honestly,
fight
bro, I think he
showed
should
me
How
take
do
those
he
you
fights,
wasn't
know?
bro.
ready.
How do you
Because
know?
the last fight showed me he wasn't ready.
What fight showed you that David Benavidez ain't ready for them? What fight? What you
The
gonna say?
last fight, the
Everybody gonna
last
say
fight,
what the Boston fight, and what kills me with y'all
the
because y'all
last
keep
fight.
saying, "Oh, he fought a retired fighter," but y'all don't want to talk about the 3 fighters he fought before he even got to David Benavidez. Y'all talking like he just came straight off the couch and
He
fought
got
David
How
some
many?
Benavidez
tune-ups.
Who
That's
else
what
right
I'm
did
off
he
saying. He
fight?
got a
the
couple of
phone.
tune-ups and he was building himself up. He's still the top dude. He's
Okay, but
still
he only
on
lost
David's
one time.
level.
He lost
Yeah.
Hey,
one time in
hey,
his
And
career to
that
Better
loss,
Beer.
let me say something.
is to better beat it. That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
But
the
I
only
don't think
fight he ever lost.
yeah,
So y'all
right
talking
now,
like
look,
Yo,
I'm not
Vostok was a
talking
bum. Y'all talking like
let
Vostok
somebody
was a
else.
washed up
Let
bum.
somebody else
I'll
take the
just,
floor. Let somebody else take the
go
floor.
ahead.
Let me say something. Let me say something real quick. Because this is, I don't like to mention other YouTubers. I don't like to mention other YouTubers, but Ring IQ
Okay,
actually said, he
no,
said
hey, Ring
that
IQ too.
young
Yeah.
Bostic knocks out Benavidez.
You said
Hold
Vostok
on, hold
what?
on, hold on. Let me hear it again. Rang IQ said what?
He said young Bostic, the young prime Bostic, knocks out Benavidez.
So I got this to say to Rang IQ. You're absolutely absolutely right. I agree with that.
Yeah.
Because Vatsik,
It's
you remember, he
possible.
was the
Yeah,
shit,
yeah,
man. He
yeah. So
didn't he
agree
give
to
someone
disagree somewhat.
TT?
Yeah.
Ashley, what do you think of that?
Think of what?
Of what I just said?
To my a young prime. First of all,
A
how old
younger,
is Bostic? How old is Bostic? About what?
He's like
32,
30.
34?
No, he's
He's
37.
38.
He's 30. He's older
37.
than that. Yeah, he's
37,
like
38.
37.
Okay,
Oh,
which
37.
means
All
he's
right.
10 years older than David Benavidez.
Yep.
Which would mean if he was prime, that means David would have been what? 10 years from 27 is what?
17.
17? So
17.
that wasn't
17.
happening.
Even if he fought him when he was like 32, he
All
probably
these
would have
ifs,
taken it to the
y'all
cleaners.
pulling up all the ifs and the different scenarios. He ain't fighting no 17-year-old David Benavidez 10 years
Hold
ago.
on. Let me get to a few
That's not
comments
what I
first.
said, man.
And Steel Mills, if you're on, go ahead and click the link. Waiting on you, Steel Mills. Domo says the David Morrell fight was announced June 19, 2023 as a part of his pre-signed 3-fight deal. Canelo deal with the PBC was announced the week after, and I'm sure Al knew. When could Canelo have sent an offer?
Well, from all the things I've been hearing Canelo say, I don't think Canelo really wanted to fight the man. He said the man with he don't bring nothing but 20 pounds in the ring, 25 pounds when fight night come, this and that, blah, 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 blah. In this ring, he talked too much shit. You got to respect him. It just was too many. It was too many excuses for me. I can't call it.
And Jose Estrada says Canelo left Oscar because he didn't want him to put him with Billy Joe Saunders or Callum Smith. What happened after? First undisputed at 168 and the first Latino undisputed at 168. Tank should do it too. So basically, people had those narratives saying Canelo didn't want to fight nobody, because when he was with Oscar. But the moment he left, he really showed he wanted to go undisputed. He wanted to be great, and he was the guy that people talk about. My brother states, did you shit on David for ducking 2 cycles of champions, or does that only apply to Canelo? We supposed to praise David over the guy who hasn't done shit?
He ain't been in the fighting game long enough to accomplish a record like Canelo. Like, don't nobody damn near in boxing have a resume like Canelo.
Wait,
Bro,
wait,
hold
wait a
on,
minute. Wait
hold
a minute.
on,
No,
wait,
no,
wait,
no,
wait,
wait a
wait.
minute.
Hold
You know
on,
who
hold on. Can
told
I
me
say
that?
can I say one thing? Can I say
Yeah,
one
let
thing?
Clavo get this one. Clavo, go get
Hold
him.
on, hold on. You're saying that. Wait a minute. So you're saying that nobody has a resume of Canelo that? Because I'm confused, bro. Because you know what? Here's
I
one
said
thing.
not too many fighters. Can you name like 3 or 5 who have a resume like Canelo?
Not a resume, but an accolades. Check this out, bro. David Benavidez, he debuted in August of 2013. Debuted that November, that same year. And look where the fuck he's at, bro. Man,
Yeah, look where he at. He was a 2-time champion. He was a 2-time champion who
undisputed.
didn't lose
Oh
his. He lost his belt. He lost his belt due to drugs, and he lost his belt on the scale. He didn't lose his
Got
belt
him,
due to get
Clavo.
beat up. He didn't lose his
Bro,
belt due to get beat up.
Hey, yeah, you know what? I was on Blue Blood Sports live yesterday, and this fool was roasting me because I was telling him like, nah, Bud is not gonna knock out Canelo. Stop it. This fool Blue really thought Canelo
I don't
would
think
lose to
Bud could knock out Canelo either. Canelo has a chin on him.
he
There
has a
is no
chin.
knocking
I was
out Canelo.
telling him, and he's all like, what does
But
Canelo have that Bud does? I said
there
a
is a
granite
possibility
chin.
he might can outbox him. He might have to
Yeah,
run.
that's
He
it.
might have to
That's
do a
it.
lot
He
of
has
running
to
in that ring.
outbox him, but that's a lot work.
gosh, I hope I don't see the Bud Canelo fight. I really hope not. But if we gonna take it, then I'll take
I
it. I
agree with
guess.
you,
I
Fat.
hope we don't have to see the Canelo and Skull fight, because if that's the case, he should have just fought him instead of getting his belt stripped.
And look, the only thing
Here's
I'm
the
gonna tell you about the skull fight is something that's on the table. But as far as Jake Donovan said, there's 2 other fights that Canelo Alvarez has listed above that right now. So that's just one option. Canelo goes into negotiations with multiple people at a time, not just one guy.
He's working. He's re-signing with PBC, huh?
I don't know. That hasn't been announced yet. But we know Eddie Reynoso said that they love working with Al Heyman, and they would love to continue working with Al Heyman because they get a special deal with Al Heyman they don't get anywhere else.
Yeah, but I think
Well,
at
it's
this
like
I think at this point, if he signs with Al Heyman's PVC, I mean, it's probably just going to be like on a fight by fight basis, or maybe max 2 fights.
Possibly. Peter Longstroke says, "Why is your name Longstroke? I can't be reading this shit." He says Ashley talking. Hold on, let me read it. He says Ashley talking sassy. wearing his red lipstick, stripper boots, thong, talking about David Benavidez need a tune-up before challenging a fighter at 175. Would you care to respond to that, Ashley
Ashley
Duckle?
probably goes there.
Listen, I don't respond to clowns. I don't respond to clowns, man. With talking that gay shit. You feel what I'm saying?
Oh man. All right.
For what? I don't do all that with keyboard gangsters. You feel what I'm saying?
Let's get to the next one. The Amazing Seven says, y'all always hating on David. This channel is biased. Showing David shutting y'all up. Ashley, I agree with you. Also, New Year's went to the strip club, got 7 numbers. Y'all don't. Listen, dumbass, you paying a stripper for a phone and she doesn't like you. Her job is to like you. You pay her for that.
Whoa.
Me and Carlo deal with sexy little sluts. Those
There you
they're
go.
not strippers.
Ashley probably goes to the club too.
This a guy walk up in the club. Yeah, these strippers like me.
At this point in my life, see, all of y'all on this panel is younger than me. You feel what I'm saying? At this point in my life, I'm a married man. I don't have to do all that running to the club, to strip clubs and shit. I got in-house pussy. You feel what I'm saying?
I ain't mad at you. I ain't mad at you.
We ain't mad at you, Ashley. We ain't mad at you, man.
I got something for the Amazing Seven though. Hey, since y'all talking all this shit, hey, the Ravens first round exits, I'll call it right now. I'll bet you money too.
Oh man,
I hear that, bro. I'm looking at the betting tables to see what the odds are for them not making it past the first round.
George, the Last Patriot, says Usyk's not an all-time great, but Tyson Fury is better than Muhammad Ali somehow. This is Tim Bradley. What do you guys think about that?
Hold up. Who said Usyk is not an all-time great?
Tim Bradley.
What? Tim Bradley. Everybody know Tim Bradley. Everybody know Tim Bradley don't have all his marbles upstairs. He been beat upside his head too much, man.
Dude got probably brain damage from all those ass whoopings Manny Pacquiao gave him 3 times.
Yeah, pretty much.
And Provodnik.
Domo says this idiot really said he couldn't have the same resume Canelo has when he was at 168 pounds for a whole 7 years and a champion twice before Canelo even got there.
David could have fought everybody in 168, and his resume still would the hell up to Canelo's.
So but he would have been
highly competitive. He could have really unified the division before Canelo got there.
Bro, did you not hear all the guys I just mentioned that he skipped through?
He could have unified, or he could have
2 cycles of champions. Oh, but you know what? We know why he didn't go for the IBF. We know why. You know what? That belt was actually on his side of the street, but he never went for it. Why? Because the fucking IBF has that 10 pounds rehydration cap. So we ain't gonna be able to bully nobody.
Yep.
So dog, bro, I'm just saying, bro. Why y'all keep defending him, bro? Like y'all think it's not hate.
Listen,
you know what? His fights
it's not David Benavidez. It's not David Benavidez's fault. He's 6'2" and weigh as much as he weighs.
What?
So much weight.
That's just bottom line.
You started around 175 cruiserweight. Why didn't you just stay there? You know?
Why would he?
For real, bro. These excuses, man, is getting lamer and lamer, man. By the
second, so tell me the excuses. So what's your explanation for the excuses Canelo be coming up with? First, it was he'll bring nothing but 25 pounds. Then it was he fought nobody but Anthony Morrell. I mean, what's up with those excuses? Those are valid excuses. Those are valid excuses.
What's the excuse for David not go ahead and put in his Mando? What was the excuse for him putting the fucking
so basically you're telling me I wasn't what's the white boy Canelo fought before no, not Plant
Caleb Smith.
Column.
No. This was about like 3 or 4 fights ago.
Joe Saunders.
John
Ryder.
Yeah, John Ryder. Wasn't Ryder his mandatory and he fought him?
Yeah, but
whoa. Did he have to take him to court and sue?
What are you talking about? He enforced his mandatory.
Or was Canelo just willing to fight him?
Wait.
Because Ryder did what he was supposed to do. He went through the mandatory
Ryder
route.
beat Danny Jacobs.
No, he didn't go through all that. Canelo fought him because he knew he could beat John Ryder.
No.
Y'all don't want to admit this, man. But
No.
I'm gonna tell you again because I know y'all done heard this 100 times, but I'm gonna be the same. I'm just gonna explain it to you again.
Go ahead.
He knows it's not gonna be a cakewalk going in there with David Benavidez. At this point in his career, man, he's not going to fight a top-notch fighter. And I'm gonna tell you this and watch until he retires. He might fight
How is he a top-notch fighter? What makes him a top-notch fighter? Please Please tell me what makes him a top-notch,
He
all-time
been
great
mopping the
fighter
floor
right
with
now.
everybody he got in the ring with. That's what make him a top-notch fighter.
which are
His,
nobodies.
wait, which his best
Who?
win? Hold on. His
Can you
best
beat him?
win.
Can you beat him?
Best.
They
We're
nobodies.
not
Can you
talking
get in the
about
ring
me
and
and
beat
him.
him? Can you get in the ring and beat him? Can you
Pretty
get
sure
in the
you
ring
can't
and
either.
beat
Call his
Clint?
little
Pretty
man.
sure
Can
you
you beat
can't either,
Hugo
buddy.
Andre? Can you beat Anthony Durrell? Can you beat all the fighters?
Hold on, Ashley. That's unfair because he's not out here
No, no,
claiming
no,
to be
no,
a
no. Because he
top-notch
said they're
fighter. Hold on.
nobodies.
Just let me
He
finish.
said they're nobodies.
He's not
Those are
claiming. Hold on, let me
professional
finish,
fighters.
Ashley. I know. Just hear me. He's not claiming to be a top-notch fighter. You said David's a top-notch fighter, and there's standards that are held to a guy that's considered a top-notch fighter. He's not making that claim on himself, so you to turn that on him don't make any sense.
Exactly.
So
Thank
it would be
you.
better just to answer the question: what makes David Benavidez a top-notch fighter? What has he done
I
in his
already
career?
said. I said he mopped the
This
floor with everybody he been in the ring with. That's what. That's why.
Ashley, I'm
Oh
trying to
shit.
think. I'm
Rollo
trying to.
Fabro.
The Vostik fight, he lost what? 2, maybe 3 rounds? Maybe 3?
Ashley, the more you talk, man, the more I think you're not as old as you say you are. Because I believe that you think LeBron is the greatest of all time, when we all
Nah,
know that Michael Jordan is the greatest of all time.
Michael Jordan, the
Jordan,
greatest of all time. There
Jordan,
you go.
You
Jordan.
you
There you
keep
go.
moving. You keep making these excuses for your boy that's younger than I guess all of us and younger than you, and you keep going by today's standards where everything is fucking. Everyone gets a participation trophy, but back in the old days, you had to earn your shit.
You damn right. You damn right.
Yeah, but you speak like one of today's fanboys. That's what you speak
Because
like, bro.
everybody's taking a page out of motherfucking Floyd Mayweather's book. That's why. That's
yes,
why
man. Hold
boxing is
on.
the
We
way
got
it
we
is.
got
That's
two.
why boxing is falling off and not the #1 sport anymore.
Oh,
Because everybody want to pick and choose who they want to fight. There is no
Boxing
more.
was never the #1 sport. It was a popular
What did you
sport, but it
talk,
was
man?
never the
Back in the
#1
'80s,
sport.
Hold
boxing was like the #1, one of the
Listen, in the
#1 sports.
world,
What are you talking about?
in the world,
First of all, what
soccer,
year was you born? What year
football.
was you
on
born?
one second,
That's
Nigga,
guys.
regardless.
what
One
That's
year
second
was
before
you
we
regardless,
get
born?
off
bro.
topic.
What you
I
mean
got
that's
two people that got a
regardless? No,
question.
because from your era, that's
The
Hold on, one
number
second,
one
Ashley. One
sport, the
second.
number
that
one
means
sport
what?
in the
Ashley,
world,
one
the
second.
number one
Mute
sport
him.
in the world is soccer. It's not boxing. Calm down.
yep.
I'm
Okay,
talking
All
about
right.
in the
okay. One
United
second,
States,
fellas.
man.
One
I ain't
second.
talking about
Boxing,
I don't
all
even
over the
like
world.
soccer,
I'm talking
but
about in the
boxing's still
United
fun.
States. Back in the
In the
80s.
United
We
States,
just
Mute
said
him.
world. We did not say.
yeah.
Okay, hold on, fellas. 1 second. We got
Mute
two
him.
guys with a question. First, we got round one, and then we got the son of New Jersey, and they have questions for Ashy. Round one, what's your question for Ashy Knuckles?
Oh, okay. No, I'm just saying. First of all, I was just saying like I agree with him on certain things, but like I said, David is not on that level right now. That's why he does need a couple tune-up fights, fill himself up at 175, and then he can fight, Better Biev or, chase that. Because right now, if he fights Better Biev or Bivol next, he's gonna lose. He's gonna lose. He doesn't have the power to put these guys down. He doesn't look like he have enough
Every
cardio.
fight don't
So
have to be a knockout, bro. Only thing you gotta do is outpoint a person. That's why it's
and
called boxing. That's why it's
Bivol
called the
could do
sweet
that.
science. You don't have to
Bivol
knock
could do
out
that. Yeah,
everybody, and you're
but
not gonna
Bivol
knock
could
out
do that.
everybody.
How do you think Bivol is gonna do to someone like that, to David? He's gonna go back, outpoint, outbox him. That's the thing. And Better Biev, he got hands of stone that could even drop him, and they're gonna go forward. So, you got a Russian truck and a fucking American truck. Yeah, this American truck is on his last legs because shit, he's not up par to that level yet, man. He does need to take tune. I'm with you, Ashley. He need tune-up fights, bro. He's not ready yet.
How many tune-up fights you think you need?
I just maybe
0.
2, bro. Just at least 2, because I'm not saying he's gonna need like fucking cans and cans for like couple years. Nah, he just needs 2 fights. Maybe after this Morrell fight, he just needs 1 more just to fill himself up at
Yeah, put him in with
175.
Anthony Yard. Put him in with that with
Oh my
Anthony
That's
God,
who
Yard.
I. That's who
Anthony
I
no,
Yard
want.
might
That's who.
stop him.
That's who
no.
I want. That's who I want to see him fight for his
That's not a
tune-up.
Yard might stop
tune-up.
That's
him,
That's
who I
not
Quavo.
a
want to see him fight
tune-up.
for his tune-up before he fight Better
I
Biev
would
or
say,
Bivol.
I mean, at least Callum
Right
Smith,
idea.
but that's still a dangerous fight. That's not a
Dangerous
tune-up. Yeah,
fight.
You know
I,
what's crazy is Opataya actually said, David, come to Cruiserweight, we can fight.
Oh man, David
What do
has
you think of
no
that,
chance
actually?
against Opataya.
oh no, David needs to stay at 175.
Oh yeah, I don't
Hell
think he's
no.
ready for that.
Son of New
How's
Jersey,
that?
what was your question for Ashy Knuckles?
Well, my question is, since he likes to bring up that Benavidez likes to mop the floor with everybody, do you think he's gonna, in your honest opinion, do you think he's gonna mop the floor with David Morrell coming up next month? Because in my opinion, stylistically, I think that matchup that's all wrong, and Morrell, I think, is going to knock him out.
Okay, I feel and I respect your opinion. But before you hold that opinion to your heart, just go look at Morrell fights, man, and watch how he swing and how he lead that guard hand down every time he swing. He get in that ring with an experienced fighter, he's gonna get his ass busted. And mark my words, between the 8th and 10th round, that Morrell and Benavidez fight will be over, and Benavidez' hand will be held high for victory.
I give it 5 rounds.
I respect you for your opinion too. I respect that. It's just
that's what all of us have. All of us have an opinion. All of us have an opinion. That don't mean it's right. That's just what we believe in our hearts. You feel what I'm saying? Like y'all believe he can't beat Better Biv, he can't beat Bivol.
I didn't say nothing about that.
I mean,
hey,
you better. All I know is, hey, you better not let a motherfucker with only 11 fights beat you. How you gonna rebuild yourself from that?
The reason
that's why it's called the boxing
that,
game. That's why it's called the boxing game, my friend. Anybody could lose on any given night.
Oh shit, Sherlock,
look, the reason why I bring up the reason why I'm bringing up saying that I think Morrell has the chance to knock him out is because Morrell is literally his size. Morrell is young. Like Morrell has he seems like he has the speed. He seems like he has the power. He seems like he's the total package in my eyes. Like to me, he's not Caleb Plant who's gonna gas out. He's not Andrade who has a weak ass chin. He's not a Vosdick who is old and is just not gonna do anything and is just gonna resist. That's why, because he's like Benavidez' size and he's young as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, the reason why I said what I said is because when you a fighter and you get all bigged up the way you're getting bigged up, you the Mexican monster. Any time a fighter is fucking hyped up, you know what I'm saying? Like exaggeratedly, once they lose, they don't come back. You know what I'm saying? They look at Demetrius Andrade. Is he gonna come back? Look at Errol Spence. I don't even know if he's gonna come back.
Yeah, boo boo.
Andrade's been talking about he's wanting to come back, but I haven't. But nobody, he's basically saying I've got people don't call me because people don't want to fight me, and I'm like, bro, it's either you coming back or you're not. Just say it.
Well, he's been gone for a year, over a year.
He still ain't got no training.
He's been talking about he wanting to fight Charlo or something like that, and I'm saying he said I'm gonna fight Jamal in December, and I'm like,
I want to see Jamal fight for the IBF title. Then we can get Canelo and Jamal, you know.
So you're saying Jamal fights William Skull, right? That's what you're saying, right? Jamal fights William Skull, and then Jamal beats him, and then Canelo could, take Jamal's belt and become undisputed again.
Yeah, well, I mean, if that's if he wants to fight Canelo, because I mean, he was, but I'm not sure. I would think
Jamal would, because he would want the payday.
Well, yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's true. But
I don't know about that, but go ahead, Newt. Sorry to interrupt, Newt.
I would think that. I mean, I'm just saying.
The Amazing Seven got Clarissa Shields' number. That's what happened. Don't do that. Mike Trey says David needs tune-up. Sound like y'all want Benavidez to age Artur Beterbiev out. I see right through Knuckles BS. He's scared for Benavidez. That's all. Because really, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna stand on that. Why do you? If you don't need a tune-up for Canelo, you shouldn't need none for Benavidez for Beterbiev or Bivol.
That's true.
And then my brother Steel Mill says Anthony Yard ain't a tune-up, bruh. And this is something that Clavo said. This is something that Steel has been saying for a long time. Anthony Yard is not a tune-up. He might stop
Why not
this
fight
guy.
Callum Smith? Why not fight Callum Smith? Why not fight Callum Smith instead at 75? I think that'd be a great fight for Benavidez.
Well, Callum's already scheduled to fight.
Really? Champion says straight BS. Morrell's a fraud and he got a weak gas tank. Will get exposed by
Benavidez did too. Did you see his gas tank on the last
fight? We shall see what happens.
I'm telling you. I'm telling you to the people. I'm telling you to the people that think Morrell's gas tank is weak. I'm telling you, when Benavidez gets put to sleep, y'all gonna shut y'all mouth.
Hey, son of New Jersey, I agree with you, bro. I agree with you.
Let's welcome in the great Steel Mills. Hold on, Steel Mills checked out. He'll check back in. Son of New Jersey's picking. Hold on, Son of New Jersey, you on record of picking David Morrell, right?
I'm very confident Morrell is going to whoop his ass face down, ass up. I'm very confident.
Give me your official prediction.
And
How many rounds?
David Morrell KO in 8 rounds, 8 to 9
Oh,
rounds. David Morrell.
Yeah, I don't even know who to pick on that.
Nuke, I'm not like,
I'm
hey,
saying because he's young. He's young. He's his size. He seems like he has power, and he basically wrecked. Like I'd say, he looked more dangerous at 68 than Benavidez did. Do you think that
it's possible,
Caleb Plant would have? Do you think Caleb Plant would have left? Would have survived 12 rounds against David Morrell the way he survived against Benavidez? No. Do you think Andrade would have lasted 6 rounds with Morrell? No, he would not have.
How about Berlanga or Munguia?
I
What
give
for
Munguia a better
against
chance.
Morrell?
Yeah, I'd give Munguia a chance.
Burrell, yeah.
Well, no, I don't know.
What
Yeah,
again?
no, I'd give
Just Burrell.
Berlanga. If Berlanga's gonna go up to 200 pounds, if he's gonna do that, then he might last longer than all these guys. But I think he gets put to sleep. Berlanga and Munguia, I think they get put to sleep by David Morrell.
yo, son of New Jersey, son, bro. I mean, I hope that your prediction is right, only so that we can hear what the fanboys are gonna say.
Yeah, but now am I gonna cry about it if Morrell loses? No, I'm just gonna say,
No,
wow, Benavidez actually proved me wrong. Well, I actually gonna give the man credit.
Steel Mills Boxing is in the building. Steel Mills, are you there, my brother?
I'm here, man. What's the business?
Man, talk to us, man. And Anthony Yard ain't no tune-up, right?
Man, listen, man. I know my man said he need a tune-up. And no, what did he say? What did he say? What fights did David Benavidez have to prove that he ain't ready for better Benavidez Bivol? How many fights does David Benavidez have?
Oh, I said 2.
He's got like 29.
No, how many does he have?
He's got 29
man?
fights.
Let me see.
He got 29 fights?
I think so.
yeah.
Oh yeah,
Well, then,
probably. Yeah.
He
29
does.
fights. 29 fights showed me that man ain't ready for Artur Beterbiev and Dimitri Bivol, bro. 29 fights. I ain't seen nothing from that dude that says he can deal with Dimitri Bivol or Artur Beterbiev.
So you
None.
agree with me if he needs a tune-up, like 2 at least?
He can have all the tune-ups he want, bro. He getting outlined in chalk if he go in there with Artur Beterbiev.
Oh man.
And Dimitri Bivol is gonna embarrass that dude. It's easy work.
Yeah,
that's easy work.
We can forget about Beterbiev and Bivol because the dude literally is not getting past David Morrell in my eyes. So we can forget about those two for me.
I think he beats David Morrell just on experience alone, man. David Morrell Benavidez ain't got the size advantage going into this fight. He doesn't have a competitive advantage going into this fight outside of experience. They're the same height. And honestly, if David Morrell was a little bit more experienced, I'd edge him in this fight. But, he ain't fought no other champion as of yet. And he ain't, we saw with, Kalajic had his offense got real predictable deep, later on in the fight. And, he just ain't got that championship experience, man. David Benavidez at least has that. I think he's gonna win the fight, but I think he'll come on late in the fight. He might get dropped. I would like to see Morrell win. And I think if he's gonna win, he'll win early. He'll get him out of there. But I'm not so sure he can, get him up out of there as of yet, man. I don't know. But I got Benavidez.
Other than the Collage, I feel like the Collage's fight, his last fight, which was that fight, I feel like I was saying maybe he just had an off night. It's his first fight at 75 and, and all that stuff. But before that, did you see the dude, flattening people at 68? Because the dude, Morrell was a fucking monster at 68. I'm saying that dude is fucking scary at 68.
Yeah, but he ain't fought the cream of the crop. I'm going to be, I was just I was on my man Goon's live earlier today, man, and one of my guys said David Morrell would have beat everybody that Canelo beat at 68, and I ain't so sure of that. Him and John Ryder is a good fight. I think Caleb Plant beats him. Him and what's my man Billy Joe Saunders?
Billy Joe.
I think Billy Joe. Him and Billy Joe. I might even edge Billy Joe Saunders. I'm damn sure gonna edge Callum Smith because we just saw this dude got 2 bodies up at 175 pounds, bro. 2 legitimate bodies.
Yeah,
man. True. Yeah, I'm going with Callum. I think Callum can beat David, man. Stop playing with me, bro. David Morrell is good, bro, but just it's still questions that need answering, man. Like, and even with David, there's a whole bunch of questions that need answering with him. There's a whole bunch of them hoes.
Man, bro, the
You
only reason we're talking about Benavidez possibly beating Bivol is all based off a fucking sparring session, bro. I mean, other than that, there is no
sparring is
evidence showing that.
practice.
That's what I'm saying, bro. That's what people are using.
I mean, I think, you know, you can't sparring tells a story, yeah, and it's more nuanced than the fight on fight night. But the thing is this, man, you can be handicapped in a sparring match because your coach can tell you, yo, we not doing it. We're gonna work strictly on your weak points in your game. It could have been what how many rounds was they in the sparring before David hopped in the ring with Dimitri Bivol, where the dude is a little bit drained, and now David is hopping in here with a full gas tank. You know what I'm saying? How many rounds was they go? Not how many rounds, but how long were the rounds? It's so much more nuanced. You know what I'm saying? Than the fight. So sparring tells a story, but it doesn't tell the whole. Exactly, man. It's the when them fists get to flying and the gloves are smaller and ain't no headgear on, and y'all are coming in here on equal footing as far as gas tank and energy reserves is going. Man, listen, bro,
I mean, put it this way. No, I mean, put it this way. Are you going to give it your all? How's your mentality going to be? Being in the gym, in a ring, other than being in the actual prize ring. I think you're gonna give it more up. It's like saying, "Oh, you know what? I'm a fucking ugly bitch with more enthusiasm than a 5-inch." You know what I'm saying? Nah, bro, you're gonna be more enthusiastic in the fucking prize ring than in the motherfucking gym. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be a different mentality. So yeah, bro. I can't take all these stories of Benavidez fucking sparred Bilbo. So yeah, he could take Bilbo, bro. Once you get in that ring and he starts going back in and out, fucking you up from the outside. You're gonna see it's a whole different level out here, man. So right now, we need to focus on Morrell. Make sure you get him out of the way. Hopefully, you get him out of the way because that is a risky fight. Now, it ain't worth no $80. That's just fucking shit. Look, put it this way, bro. We're paying $80 to see David Benavidez do a 175 interim undisputed run, bro. No, that's not what I want to see, fam.
Y'all paying $80.
I ain't paying that.
I ain't paying for that bullshit. On my mama, I'm screaming that.
Oh,
I didn't
man.
pay $80 for Tank.
$80
I didn't pay.
for that?
I didn't pay $80
What
for
did he
Tank
bring to the
Davis and Frank
table for
Martin.
that
So
Tank
what makes you think I'm
pay-per-view?
gonna pay $80 for this?
I didn't pay facts. I'm not paying for that shit, man. I really, oh my God, I'm, bro. This hype train and hyperbole surrounding David Benavidez just has to come to a stop, man. I still can't get over the fact that Jim Lampley is fucking saying he didn't say it recently, but he said it, within, I want to say summertime, that this dude is a potential heavyweight champion. I'm like, man, based on what, bro? Do you not know the deep?
The fuck?
Y'all didn't hear him say that?
Oh my God!
No, I didn't hear.
No, I didn't hear that shit at all. But I believe you. I'm pretty sure Jim Lampley would say some crackhead ass shit like that.
That's what I'm saying, man. He's supposed to be a dude who know better.
So who's gonna pay for the fight? Or who's gonna
For what
pirate the
fight?
fight? I'm a Captain Hook that shit, boy.
For
I'm a Jack Sparrow that shit. That and the Jack fight. That Jack Sparrow coming in through, boy.
What do y'all think about what do y'all think about Top Rank maybe going to the zone?
Oh man,
I love it.
Oh no.
That might not be bad.
Let me talk about that. Because they're keeping the UFC because the UFC make money. What the fuck? Look, man,
they're about to lose the UFC. What you mean?
No, ESPN.
That's what I read.
No, they're not. No. Top Rank's leaving ESPN, not the UFC. But if you look at it, just look how Bob. I like Bob because he gives us free fights and good fights. But at the same time, he don't put out pay-per-views and shit. I mean, look, he's paying Shakur Stevenson $3 million just to headline a fight night, not a pay-per-view, a fight night, just to put the audience to sleep. Like, come on, man. That's why.
Well, I mean, that ain't got nothing to do with what I'm saying.
And then look at the UFC champion. He's getting paid $1.2 million just to end the night in the first round by knockout. Like, come on, man.
Bro,
hold on.
Go ahead, Newt.
I wanted to ask Still something, man. Look, man, the title of the live is Terence Crawford beats the brakes off of Canelo. Terence is your guy. He's my guy. All of we love Terence. It's just Tim Bradley says things. If Tim Bradley would have said, look, I think Terence Crawford can box a very tactical fight and exploit some weaknesses in Canelo, and he can get a decision. But to say he beat the brakes off of somebody, like you're just going to dog walk them up and down the ring, this is why nobody respects Tim Bradley. I just want your thoughts on that. What do you think?
Man, I got a lot of love for Tim Bradley. If it wasn't for Tim Bradley, I think he's the reason why Bud got in the position that he is now, as far as getting put on the world stage. We got a lot of love for Tim Bradley. Yeah, we got a lot of love for Tim Bradley up here in Omaha, man. But come on, man, you can't get with. What I need. Listen, and I'm not. Canelo is one of my favorite fighters of all time. I think that's the greatest Mexican ever. But make no mistake, if Bud is another one of my favorite all-time fighters because he represents us. But if Bud fights Canelo, I'm going home team. But now, with that being said, I need people to understand this, man. Canelo has broken noses, orbital bones, biceps of bigger men, and of bigger men, dog. And not to mention, when you look at someone like Callum Smith, when you look at someone like Billy Joe Saunders, when you look at someone like Caleb Plant, the style that Bud would have to use and implement in order to be successful in that fight, they use that style. Then being the outboxer and looking to walk you in the traps, and it didn't pan out in their favor. They both got stopped. So when you look at Bud, we got to be real, man. When he jumped up and he fought Madrimov, we did see a level of resistance we're not accustomed to seeing with the champ. That has to be taken into consideration, and that's not due to slippage or nothing like that. That's just simply due to him jumping up in weight. You dig? Where the dudes are beefier, they're more sturdier, and they hit harder. You can't just go in there and flatline these dudes. They hit harder. And Canelo has been in with Golovkin. How many 36 rounds with Golovkin? Crazy. You're not about to sit here and tell me he gonna beat the brakes off of a dude who went 36 rounds with Golovkin, bro. If he does win the fight, it'll look like how the fight went with Madrimov, man. But I don't like the fight, man. I don't like that fight. Bud doesn't have a stylistic advantage going into that fight. He's been in for this. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh yeah, no, I get it. Yeah, look, I was on Blue Blood Sports' live yesterday, and I was telling him, bro, Bud is not gonna sleep Canelo. He was like, you don't know nothing about boxing. This Bud is gonna knock him out, and I was just telling Blue, let me tell you, Blue. I was telling Blue, look, Canelo got a granite chin. That's all he need basically, because he got skill too. I think Bud got more skill than him, but his skills is there too. It's just that it's a big weight jump. And then I'm like, I could see it going like any other fight, like Jamal or Berlanga or whatever. He's gonna get dropped and he's gonna get beaten for 12 rounds. So, and then he just blocked me and shit. It's horrible, bro.
It's childish, man. It's childish, man. I feel like it's not just the size though. That's what people are. The size. It's not just the size. Canelo was bringing skill set to that fight as well. The only the skill set that Canelo doesn't have that Bud has is the feet. And you can just whether it's the outboxing ability or his ability to switch it, that requires intelligent feet. Everything else is they're both they're equal footing in counterpunching. You dig? They're equal footing in IQ. They're equal footing in skill set, my dude. Now you have to take that into consideration on top of a 14-pound weight. Nah, man, it's just beat the brakes and knock something. It's not happening, dog. It's not happening.
No,
it's not happening.
Not at all.
Not at all. I don't see that. I don't see that happening. I don't even think he could even go to 160 and face what's his name?
Janabek or something like that.
That's what I'm talking about. Yep. I don't think he could even move up to 160 and beat someone like that.
Go ahead. Here's the thing about me. is if and I know that a lot of people love and respect Tim Bradley. I think Tim Bradley's the one who brought Bud into Top Rank and kind of put him on a little bit in that way because he did such a great job in sparring. I'm not sure if that's how the story goes, but what I will say about Tim Bradley is he lose me when he get on all this sucker shit. And when he came and commented on the video the other day, he was on some sucker shit. So if you're listening, Tim, look, man, I'm gonna say this as respectful as possible. I know Terence Crawford's your guy. He's a hell of a boxer, but you got to let this man's nuts go. You really do. Give his wife a turn. Give his wife a turn. Give his girl a turn. Let them nuts go, man.
And trip me out when he said Usyk is not the #1 heavyweight or some shit.
Yeah, what's your thoughts on that? I didn't get your thoughts on that. He said Usyk's not an all-time great.
Yeah. Like, come on now, dude.
Stupid. Man, listen, there is no era of boxing that Usyk can't compete in, dude. And when you look at the all-time great, like Usyk right now is a relatively smaller heavyweight. Yeah. When you go back into the days of Ali, into the days of they were his height. He's damn near eye level with these dudes. Look, Joshua, Zhang, Joe Joyce, all them dudes is 6'6", Wilder 6'7". Tyson Fury 6'7", 6'8", man. Like, these is the land of the giants. You dig what I'm saying? You put him in there with Tyson and Holyfield and Michael Morrell and Ali, Foreman. They're his height, or he's taller than them. There's so you know, bro. I don't want to get on here and get disrespectful when it comes to Joe Frazier, bro. But I'm like, Usyk's IQ, his skill set is just. There's no era you can't convince me that this dude can't compete in, and you don't go double undisputed. You move up. He moved up to a division to the Roman Coliseum of boxing. He moved up there and dethroned the dudes who was the HNICs up there twice and Debo belts off of him. You're not about to took both of their O. Or no, he didn't take Joshua's O, but he beat them twice convincingly. There's no way you about to tell me that this dude can't compete in any era. And ain't competition for nobody. And he's competition for anybody who stepped in that ring. He's competition for anybody. I don't know how far you want to go back.
I mean,
that's
I'm not going to disagree. I'm not going to disagree.
I can't disagree either.
Well, I was going to say that, man, is that how are you going to you're gonna say that this guy's not an ATG here, and you're talking when both of y'all have only competed at 2 weight classes. You know what I'm saying? Brads have only competed at what? At light, light, welterweight, and welterweight. I think Usyk's only been at cruiserweight and heavyweight, but guess what? Usyk's conquered both of his divisions. So I'm just saying, I don't really think you got a lot of room to talk about this man like that. You know what I mean? You an all-time great. Yeah, you a Hall of Famer, whatever you're gonna be known. But this man has got you on accolades, man.
Definitely. I just think he's fought the more him fighting, he got a win over fucking Manny Pacquiao, out-countered the counter-puncher in Juan Manuel Marquez, went to hell and back with Ruslan Provodnikov. So he has more names on his resume that we're more familiar with. I just had this conversation a couple of days ago. I'm like, y'all are ignoring his run at cruiserweight because y'all ain't familiar with the dudes at cruiserweight. We just saw what Mayor's the type of hell that. No, not you, not us. I'm talking about regular people who I'm on Facebook and a lot of the forums and all that. So I'm like, y'all are not understanding Mayor's Breedis and how dope that dude is. That exactly, and just even outside of the Usyk fight, for him to come in and take Jail Pataya to hell and back off for how many years layoff? That dude that's a demon right there. You looking at man, Michael Hunter. Dude, so what?
Michael Hunter as well.
Broke his jaw, right?
Yes. Broke his jaw. Fuck out of here. Usyk ain't no all-time great, man. Man, listen. Nah, bro. Usyk is like that. Usyk is like that, man.
Usyk is him.
Usyk's him. Usyk's that dude. And I'm telling you, right, let's not forget he beat a prime Tony Bellew. And I mean, he knocked him the fuck out after Bellew knocked out Like it happened after Bellew slept. What's that dude's name? Makabu and all that stuff. And then Usyk went right in there, went into England and knocked him out. This is why I say Usyk is the British Slayer. That man is going to go to the UK and take the British flag down and put the Ukraine flag up in there.
George, the last Patriot says.
It ain't.
Oh, let me read this one for you guys. George, the last Patriot says Moses the Red Sea Atuma is the future of the heavyweight division. The man looked like an absolute monster. I don't know if you guys checked him out yet.
That dude's good.
Yes.
Promising.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
You guys got
Agreed.
any comments on this guy? He looked phenomenal.
Incredible, man. Nah, that dude like that dude looked like a problem. I think pretty good is an understatement, man. I think him, Jololoff, Bacoli, maybe even Caballero. Them dudes is gonna be them dudes, bro. Them is gonna be the dudes that's them dudes is them dudes, man. I'm like they all impressed me.
That's the future of the heavyweight division right there.
I thought you were going to mention Jared. I thought you were going to mention Jared Anderson for a second.
Why would I do that?
Man. Big baby.
Nah, man. Nah. I mean, we started seeing holes in Jared Anderson's game, man. Bro, I'm looking at Charles Martin consistently put that left hand right down the pike on your chin strap because you're accustomed to fighting shorter men, so it's nothing for you to pull back. Lennox Lewis had that problem when he fought Klitschko. He kept pulling back because he was always so much taller than the rest of the competition. So he's pulling back, and Klitschko was following him out with that straight down the pike. So he had to eventually start, let me stop pulling back and get my head off the line. Anderson never learned from that. And that's why, man, that's why Cody backed on me.
That kid needed to be humbled, man. And I'm like saying, can someone just shut this kid's mouth? I'm tired of him saying, I could beat this guy. I could beat that guy.
Nah, man. I knew.
Go ahead, Luke.
Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead and read that. Go ahead and read that super chat.
I was just going to say shout out to Andre's Movement. He said, man, I love this channel. Been subscribed forever now. IBFP #1 salute. Thank you, my brother. I appreciate the love and support. I did have a question for the panel. The first thing I want to get to is Son of New Jersey. You said there's a topic that you disagree with me on that you wanted to bring up. So bring that up. And the second thing is, fellas, it's 2025. What guy do you think will lose his O this year?
That's a good question.
But son, what do you disagree with me with real quick while we get that out of the way? Why they think who may lose their O this year?
Well, this is, and we discussed about this on X as well. And what I wanted to bring up is that you posted a video saying that Edgar Berlanga knocks out Caleb Plant, and I'm like saying, this ain't the. I'm like saying, nah, that ain't it, dog. That ain't it, Nuke. And I'm also saying in my head, just because Berlanga survived and Plant did not against Canelo, it's too
honestly,
different.
it had nothing to do with Canelo. I'm gonna tell you, my thoughts on that had nothing to do with Canelo. All of that was what I saw from Caleb Plant against McCumbee.
Plant still got the knockout win.
He did, but he almost got knocked the fuck out himself. He was getting handled at points in that fight with that pressure, that power. And McCumbie's, his technical ability was beyond ass. And I'm not saying Berlanga's better, but he made Berlanga look like he was a hell of a boxer compared to that guy. I just know that I know Berlanga's at some point is going to lay some leather on this guy. And then I also kind of looked at Caleb Plant. Every time that he's went the distance with anybody with a little bit of pop, he suffered. I mean, think about it like this. He went with Canelo. He suffered. He gassed later. Same thing with Benavidez, gassed. McCumbee was taking him in the deep waters, and McCumbie's a guy who should never have been in a position to take you. He's too skilled to be in there getting hurt by a guy like McCumbee. But we know it's boxing. These things happen. I'm not saying Edgar Berlanga's proficient or anything. I'm just saying he's better than McCumbee. He has more power than McCumbee. I think he could really rock Caleb Plant's world. And that's maybe an unpopular take, but that's my take on it.
Well,
we got to see the fight. We got to see the fight. Maybe that's my Cambosis moment. That could be my Cambosis moment.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh my god! At
Still,
least
that's my
hey, at least
Cambosis.
my camp.
Bravo. I don't know.
Yeah,
Oh
man,
my
you
god!
should have came back with that kangaroo piss.
But listen though, it's just when you look, it's just nobody knew who McCumbee was when he went in with Caleb Plant. Nobody knew who he was before he fought Plant. So then, with what I did was I went and I watched back a little bit of film study to see what McCumbee, like, to see his style and all that. I'm like saying, okay, McCumbee seems like he's a decent, not really good, but he's like a decent boxer that could give Plant a little bit of issues. But then I was like, okay, but then Plant's gonna probably outpoint him to a decision. I just did not expect him to just go in there and just bum rush Caleb Plant like that and drop him like twice or something like that. And, ever since then, McCumbee, as we all seen, has gained, a little bit of fans. And, I'm friends with the dude now. And by the way, I'm probably going to go to Arizona where he's at in about 2 to 3 weeks to meet up with the guy. Seems like a really nice guy. And I even told you that McCumbee's been wanting Berlanga himself. And even McCumbee said out of his own mouth through the text message that he even thinks he can catch him as well.
Well, let's see it. Let's
So
see
are
it.
we comparing Caleb Plant and Berlanga here, or what are we doing?
No, I was bringing up the topic because it was a video that Nuke posted, him saying that Berlanga knocks out Plant. And I've always said Plant beats everybody at 68 except for Canelo, Benavidez, and Morrell.
Okay.
Except for those
And this is
guys.
gonna be unpopular too, but I'm starting to lean towards them Billy beating Plant as well. I'm just thinking
Yeah.
Plant might be
Yes.
missing a piece.
Yes.
No,
I agree.
no,
Yes.
no,
Yes.
Still,
no.
That
Flava,
volume,
what do you guys think?
bro, that volume.
Absolutely
Have you
not.
seen this man? He's
The
got the
Bro.
dude
volume.
went
He's
the
got the gas
distance with
tank.
a washed Sergey Devryanchenko. If you go the distance with that guy, I'm not going to pick you to beat a top fighter in Caleb Plant. Until Billy can prove to me that he can beat a top fighter, I'm not picking this man to win.
But bro, I don't think nobody has knocked out Derevianchenko.
No,
I could be wrong, but he's went the distance in all of his fights, including Golovkin, including Danny Jacobs, including Charlo.
Yep.
He's went the distance, man. He's went that. That's a tough dude. Them Ukrainians is different, man. Them Ukrainians is different, bro. Like straight up and down. So I think that was a good test for him. I think what I saw from Mobili when he fought Carlos Gongora, because that's how Caleb Plant is gonna fight Mobili if they was to fight. And for him to go in there and just find a way to cut off the ring, and he was getting past his defenses as far as the counters go, countering the counter, getting out of the way of the counter, just to smother him and slow down his, smother his work and slow down his momentum, pin him to the rope. He did all that on somebody who's a bigger puncher than Caleb Plant. I don't think he's better than Caleb Plant, but he's been in front of that base style before. Man, with that dude's pressure and volume and power, if McCumbee is gonna put you down, Mobili is gonna put some heavy leather on you, dog. I might have to go with Mobili.
And Billy stops him, in my opinion, stops him in like 8 to 10.
You really think
I think that gas tank is just too much for
stop
Plant.
You really think Billy is going to stop him? I do not believe that at all.
Please make the fight. Please make the fight.
I mean, bro, you believe Cambosis was gonna be Loma?
We're not talking about Cambosis. We're not talking about George right now. Are we talking about George right now? We're not talking about.
Well, I know, bro, but I'm just saying.
Big homie,
watch what George does to Richardson Hitchens coming up, man.
Oh, you out your damn mind. You out your damn mind.
Oh my God.
Wait,
you don't know that I'm gonna be in my boy's corner. I mean, I went to Australia. I FaceTimed the dude. I'm friends with the dude, so I'm gonna be in his corner.
I'm not mad at that.
What's your prediction on that, son? Does he destroy Hitchens? How does that end up? How does that fight end for you?
Well, since they're talking about the fight being in New York City, and how George has been saying he's gonna, basically replicate. He's gonna replicate of how he beat the brakes off of Teofimo a couple of years ago in New York, and I honestly believe that. I believe it's gonna end up being a slugfest, and George will win a split decision.
No way. Richardson Hitchens ain't gonna sit there and bang with that dude for one. He's not gonna do that. And even then, Kambosos is not savvy. He's not savvy enough in the pocket. It just stand there and bang out with him and win. I mean, Richardson Hitchens stood in front of Bowser and beat the shit out of him. That's a naturally bigger man than Kambosos, bro. Kambosos he's a snack pack. He's a snack pack in that ring.
Son of New Jersey. Yo, I mean, if you're going to the fight in New York, that's around my neck of the woods. I mean, I'll meet up with you at the arena, but if Kambosos loses, you might have to jump off the bandwagon because you might be the bad luck guy.
Yeah.
What do you mean, bro? I just celebrated Florida, bro. I went to Australia. When I was living in Oklahoma, when he fought Maxie Hughes, when I was living in Oklahoma at the time, I met his trainer, and we were working. I was in his camp, behind the scenes, watching him prepare.
But at this point, but at this point, you're gonna be on a losing streak, so you might need to change a couple of tactics, bro.
Well, look, I'll tell you this, son. I keep noticing I keep picking against Kambosos. I thought Kambosos would lose to Maxie Hughes, and I feel like Maxie Hughes got robbed. I feel like Kambosos would lose both to Devin. Yeah. He lost both to Devin. I feel like Kambosos would lose to Loma brutally. He lost to Loma brutally. I feel like he's just gonna get cooked against Hitchens. This is it. Yep. He's gonna put him out of misery. This is it.
You really think this man's gonna get? You really think after a loss to an elite fighter, this man's gonna get cooked by Richardson Hitchens?
Richardson Hitchens is one of the elite fighters in the division, bro. He's gonna euthanize Kambosos, my man. Easy work, bro.
Did you watch Hitchens last fight?
Look like a koala bear, bro.
Have y'all seen Hitchens struggle with? Have y'all seen Hitchens struggle with Gustavo Lemos, the dude that Keyshawn slept in 2 rounds?
And did you see what Richardson Hitchens? Did you just see what Richardson Hitchens did to another Aussie and Liam Pyro? Last month?
Yes. That was a razor thin close fight. What do you mean?
It wasn't.
Why was it a split decision? Why was it a split decision? Tell me that.
Because they cooked the books, man. Listen, I was going for Liam Power to win. I thought Liam Power was going to win that fight based on how Richardson Hitchens looked against Lemos. Nah, bro. After the 5th round, when he started letting that right hand go and just stopped looking for the single shot, the jab, and started putting punches together and really started gauging his distance on the, on those step backs and everything, it got dark for Liam, bro. Liam didn't win a round after the 5th round.
People were saying that was a robbery and that Pyro should have won. I mean, people were saying that was a robbery.
I don't
It was a 1-point split decision. I had to relook. I had to watch over that fight again, and I'm like, okay, this fight's actually competitive. It's really good.
Nah, man. Nah, man. No.
Plus, this gives George a chance to avenge his fellow Aussie and Liam. So this gives my boy George a chance to avenge him.
Nah, George, they're making George the sacrificial lamb. They're making him a sacrificial lamb, bro.
Don't forget that this man was daring to be great and succeeded at daring to be great when he fought Teofimo and beat him.
He beat him by split, but Teo bounced back with better wins. So I'm like, I don't know. And we saw what Loma did to Kambosos. Loma couldn't do that to Teo.
One bad prediction went wrong for me, and I just immediately get cooked.
Man, Teofimo Lopez ain't Richardson, bro. Put Teofimo Lopez in front of Richardson Hitchens and watch him embarrass that dude in New York City because he calling for that fight. He want that drama. Teofimo don't want it. He know what's up, man.
Who's
Richardson Hitchens? Richardson Hitchens would embarrass Teofimo.
Well, they need to unify that 140 already, man, for real.
I know.
Yeah, but look at Teofimo. Teofimo's basically right now focusing on fighting Asubrio Matias. It just came off a loss to Liam Pyro. I think I haven't seen Matias ever since. And I'm like, that fight could have been competitive if Matias was undefeated, but now you want to fight this man when this man just came off a loss. You like to fight guys that have been on the decline. Now I'm starting to notice that with
Wait a minute.
No.
What?
Yeah,
Kambosos just turned down the fight.
What you say?
And I'm sorry, I got Teofimo stopping Kambosos in a rematch. I'm sorry.
I wouldn't be mad at
not
that.
gonna happen.
Kambosos
Not
is
gonna
going to get
happen.
cooked in his next fight,
Yeah,
and then he's going to turn
Teal
around
is
and
gonna
fight
get
Teofimo, and that'll be the end of his career.
If he moves up to fight Teal, this isn't that Teal that almost died and shit when he fought him. Nah, this is a
I don't
Teal
believe
who's
that shit.
I
I don't
definitely
believe
got
that
Teal.
shit.
I got Teal.
that Teal. Come on now,
No.
Teal just beat
Hey,
Loma, and
hey,
then he
hey,
came
hey,
out for some
y'all
cap
don't
and
think
shit like that.
Y'all don't think Teal is gonna be a lot better with Eddie Reynoso in his corner?
Oh
I
I
hell
do.
think
yeah,
so.
I do.
I
Hell
think
yeah.
so.
I think he will.
I don't think Teofimo's gonna. I don't think Teofimo. I don't think can beat El Rayo. I don't think he can beat him.
I think
So
he beats El Rayo
no.
personally.
I do too.
He might beat Rayo.
Yeah.
He might or Rayo.
That's a good
Teal's
fight,
He
though,
going to
might beat
man.
him.
struggle. Teal's going to struggle with somebody with incredible footwork. You got good foot.
I mean, the dude literally
Struggle
went the
with that.
distance with Steve Claggett, a cab driver, and he didn't look that good. I mean, he went the distance with
Look,
Jermaine Ortiz.
look, a guy like
Dude,
Teal, he switches on and off. I'm just saying, you're not in a position to talk when Kambosos really should have lost to Maxie Hughes. Like we got to kind of keep those comments to ourselves. If we we can't forget Kambosos.
all
I
right,
mean, come
Luke,
on
if you
now.
want to bring that up, then if you want to bring that up, then you're in no position for picking Devin Haney to stop Ryan Garcia.
Look, I'll be honest with you. I don't think anybody thought Ryan Garcia was going to win that fight.
He got all of us. He got all of us.
He got everybody.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie.
He duped us.
I thought he was like
Now,
going
the fuck up is saying
in the
that
corner,
Loma's going to get
getting, like-
outboxed by Kambosos, a guy who's not known for his boxing ability.
I know you didn't say that.
Wait a
He
minute.
said that.
He said that's what he
He didn't
said.
say Loma would just lose. He said he would get outboxed.
Did he not see that body shot Loma got him with?
Yo, we gotta say a few Hail Marys for the homie, man, because that's a wild take, bro. That's a wild take. Outbox.
Still, we kept telling him like, yo, what are you on? Like, bro, don't do that. Don't bet any money on that. And he said it's gonna get outboxed. He's gonna get outboxed.
Yeah,
it's
he
either I
wildin'.
say he's gonna outbox Loma. It's either I say he's gonna outbox Loma or he's gonna knock Loma out. Now, if I said he was gonna knock out Loma, y'all would have looked at me even more crazy. But the fact that I at least made something a little bit accurate because of what I think, what would have happened.
I
Which it
feel like
didn't, by the
knocking
way.
out
Which
Loma
was-
would have been better. Like maybe he can catch him with a weird shot.
Yeah.
But trying to outbox him over 12 rounds don't sound logical.
Nah, not at all.
The knockout would have had a better chance.
I mean, George literally worked on trying to outwork him in camp. I was looking at those combos that he was doing in his training camp, and I was like, okay, yeah, I think this man is actually going to outwork him.
What it takes to beat Loma, you're not going to learn in no one camp.
Nah.
You're not.
It's just not going to be it.
It took 3 to 4 camps, man. It took 12 weeks for him to prepare for Loma, man.
So does he stop Hitchens?
I said no. I don't think he's going to stop him. I think it goes the distance. I think he beats Hitchens by a split decision.
Is he going to drop him, bloody him up a little bit like he did Tio?
Drop him, maybe bloody him. Honestly, I think he might even break Hitchens' nose. I'm not going to lie. I think he might.
Oh, wow.
Yo,
homie.
man.
Whoa, wait a minute. If he drops him and he breaks his nose and makes a scene of it with a little bit of blood, how's it gonna be a split decision? That means Kambosos is gonna take some damage.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm admitting that. I'm on record. I'm gonna admit that right now. I don't think it's gonna be like a cakewalk for neither of the two. I think it's gonna be competitive.
It's gonna be a cakewalk. It's gonna be a cakewalk, bro.
No, it's not.
It's gonna be a cake.
No, it's not.
Red velvet cake, my man. Red velvet cake. It's straight up and down. Easy work.
Delicious.
I'm telling you right now, Richardson, you better tighten up because on my mama right now, George is
Don't do your mama like that. Please.
Don't
do your mama like that. Please don't. Please.
Leave Mom Dukes out of this, man.
Please.
Oh, my Lord.
All I'm saying is Richardson better tighten up. He better.
Man,
I'm just gonna say Hitchens better tighten up. That's all I'm gonna say.
Leave Mom Dukes out of this, man. Don't do that to Mom.
So you don't think Hitchens got a future?
I'm joking. All right, chill
out. All right, cool. Now we can move on. Yeah. Man.
Frontline Migo said Southpaw said Canelo loses to Caleb planning a rematch. I don't listen to Southpaw. I mean, one, because he's a dumbass, and two, because he said Inoue Inoue is a hype job or a fraud. The moment he said that, he lost any credibility he thought he might have had.
He's been lost credibility for the past years, man.
Man,
Yeah.
Didn't that dumbass say that fucking Inoue can't be on the pound for pound because he got knocked down by Luis Nery?
Yep.
Yeah.
Just stupid.
That's stupid as fuck. That's stupid as fuck.
Not even that, dude. Not even that. This is the same dude that said Canelo is afraid of Terence Crawford. That Canelo is afraid of a fucking welterweight.
Man, y'all gotta stop listening to swerves, man. That dude is a swerve, straight up and down, bro. He off something, bro. Yeah, crack, meth, something wrong with him. Leave it, man. Nah, bro. Man. I ain't even gonna get started, man. I'm cool on him.
Bro, the only person that getting on my nerves. The only person that's been getting on my nerves is fucking Two-Tone, the super retard, bro. He be coming up with some of the dumbest takes ever, bro.
Facts.
Oh, hold on. Two-Tone, that guy, that fat guy with he looked like Mr. Potato Head.
I don't know.
So I'm gonna tell you guys something that happened. This guy started following me on social media. Never seen the guy, don't know him, and I was like, okay, he must be another fan. And so he follows me, I follow him back, and I'm like, this seemed like a lot of weird stuff he's posted and all this. So I'm like, I'm just ignore it. Now I feel like I need to invite this guy on so we can really just have a good conversation, because I feel like, why would you follow me if you know anything about my work and you obviously disagree? So maybe this is a good time to educate him on what's happening.
Please do it. Please do it. Please do it. I want all of them. I'm still waiting for you to get at, Dante's Boxing Nation. I'm still waiting for you to get at Blue Blood. I'm waiting for you to get at all them dudes, man. I want to see you and BFTB and Drew Titan and all them cats, man. I want to see that.
And I'll tell you what, the only person I've got on that hit list was Southpaw. He's the only person. But this is an official. This is an official memo. So the guy that says musty energy, I'm gonna bring some deodorant for your ass. That's one. Two, Blue Blood, the Drew Titan, BFTB, Ego, Dante's Big Titty Nation. All you guys are welcome onto the IBF. I'll give you a floor. You'll have the opportunity to say whatever you want, but understand that I'm a disrespectful kind of guy. So if you say the wrong thing, you're gonna really regret it. Just remember that.
I'm hoping that you get on Mighty Max Boxing one day. I hope that happens.
Offered Mighty Max. I offered him an opportunity to come on the platform. He used to come on here as a fan. I told his mom, I say, look, if you want your mom to breastfeed me, I'm cool with it. And look, he don't want to come on here. He's scared. So because I got all these old receipts of him, kissing my ass, kissing Canelo's ass. I look up to you, IBFP, and all of this. And I'm like, you don't look up to me. You a pussy. And so it's just different type of thing. You can't be a coochie looking up to me. You got to have some nuts.
I've been friends with this kid. I've been friends with him for like 5 years now, and I've known him since we were both in middle school. And so I tell him, why don't you ever show up on IVFP's platform? And he says, because he's scared to show his face. That's why I don't show up.
You know him?
Yes, I know the dude. We're in the same state. What are you talking about? We live in the same state.
Where you from?
How am I supposed to know that?
Florida.
Where? Florida? Oh, okay.
Florida.
Right on.
And here's the worst thing. Mighty Max, he was following me, and I didn't show my face. So now all of a sudden it's a problem?
Man,
hey, cute or not?
Nuke, you gotta Nuke, you just gotta fucking make out like call out videos for these guys and be like, listen, make a list and call them out and put them. Let's go live. Bring your people. I'll bring my people, and then you two guys can debate it out. Don't let anyone else in. Don't let anyone else in.
He already done that.
Hold on, there was a couple of more on here. Hold on, let me go on my Twitter real quick. So there's two guys. There's one guy named Unbiased Brim, and so he talked shit all on me on social media. I said, let's go live right now. Posted all these links. The guy didn't want to do it. And then there's another guy, according to boxing. So this guy was tagging me and all kind of shit. So I told him to come on, let's go ahead and go live. No, I don't have to go live. You don't show your face. I'm like, you don't either. I don't need to see your face.
Yeah. Now that you bring it up,
These
now
guys are
that you bring it
tripping
up, I
too.
forgot.
Like the
I forgot who.
LDBCQ, the LDBCQ. Sorry, bro, but oh, you go ahead. My bad, bro.
Yeah, like my bad. Like now that you bring it up, Nuke. Yeah, I forgot a couple. This is like maybe a month or two ago. I forgot the name of the channel on YouTube, but he kept bringing up your name, and I'm like, who the hell is this guy? And then I would post in his comments, and then he blocks me. I'm like, what the fuck?
Mm-hmm.
That's cool. Hey, bro, have you ever thought about going to? Because everybody ain't gonna be gracious like you. You know, I know even when Southpaw came on here, you wasn't OD mute them or whatever the case may be. You would let him get his point across. A lot of
Yeah.
people ain't gonna be, just they, just if you go to their platform, they got a problem with hitting the mute button. They OD on it.
Hey,
Have you
they
ever
be
thought
doing
about
that
going
to
to
me,
like?
bro.
It's corny. It's corny. Have you
Yeah.
ever thought about going to like a neutral platform and saying let's meet on so and so's platform and get it rocking?
And so the only way I would be willing to do that, it depends on the situation. Like I give you an example. If you're calling me out, you got to come on IDFP. That's pretty
Okay.
much it. If I'm calling you out, but let's say whoever started this, if you started all of this shit, and then you're pursuing me, talking shit to me like I'm a bitch and I'm this, okay, well come on under here and come get this smoke. But if it's a situation where look,
Yeah,
it could be beneficial, we go on a neutral platform, sure, I'm willing to do it. Or we could do one live on yours and one live on mine so we can both benefit from it. But my whole thing
Hey,
is,
yes. Make that official. Make that
Yeah,
an official call out right there.
Hey, these
I'll tell you what,
LGBTQ
if
channels
they
ain't
want
gonna
to
do it
debate
though,
any of those
brother.
guys, I'll go one
Look,
on their platform,
hey,
they go one on mine, and let's get that work in.
hey, Nuke. I mean,
Don't
come
forget,
on,
Jet.
man. You know, look, you got the LDBCQ. You got two of them like Shigo and Southpaw, right? Who think tank and
Shigo.
they ride on tape. They ride on tape shit. And then you got Dante's Dickness Enough Nation and Key Hawk Tuda fucking on
For
their
not
knees
for
giving
non
Devin that
boxers,
Hawk
just
Tuda
for non
because they
boxers
on
too.
Devin's payroll and shit. You know, spewing narratives of their putting up their shit. You know, saying like, I mean, the other day. I was in Coach Malachi's live, this other boxing YouTuber, right? And we were talking about the situation with Devin and his girl about the thugger problem, right? Okay, so Aki never posted nothing like that. So did Dante. They never, but then Aki posted about the Clarissa situation prior to that. Like dick sucking motherfucker, like these motherfuckers, Dante's Diabetes Nation over there getting on his payroll just to get a biscuit and eat next to Bill and his son so he
Diabetes,
can
man.
suck him up after, bro. Like that shit, them channels, bro. Them channels is dick
Hold up,
riding
This dude
everything.
right here.
hold up. Frederick says Punch Drunk Boxing, get him into debate. Who'll win, Hitchens versus T.O.? Punch Drunk is T.O.'s bitch. So one thing I'll
Oh
tell you about
damn.
Punch Drunk, me and him have kind of had our words. We kind of moved that to the side. And Punch Drunk has come on here. If any of you guys got an issue with Punch, I'm pretty sure I could have him on here and anybody can say their piece. I can at least ask him to come on. He came on, I feel not that long ago, man. So we had put all
Yeah,
this stuff.
yeah, he was. I think he's
Yeah, I remember him on here.
he's like a big
Yeah,
Andre
I
fan, I
was on
think.
everything.
Yo, he's
Big
from
Yeah.
Andre
from around here. From
Tio
what I
fan.
can tell, he's from around here, from New York or the Five Boroughs. But like,
From
I
Harlem,
remember.
right?
I think so. I'm not exactly sure, but I know he's from around here, like somewhere in the new NYC area. But like I remember back in the day, like when he first like came on or whatever, or I started getting on YouTube on the boxing forums and you know chitter chatter. I would go on this thing and I'd be like, me and him at first it was like, yeah, everything we seemed to see eye to eye, but then I don't know what happened. Like later down the road, like I would post, I would I would say something in his lives, and then he just cut it off. I was like, damn, bro, what the fuck? I'm like, I forgot what it was that we disagreed. Oh, now I remember. It was he was a big Doodoo fan. A Doodoo Andrade fan, and I'm like, yo,
Yeah,
bro,
exactly.
you can't tell me that Canelo is afraid of
Yo,
him and this and that. And I'm like, bro, stop it. Like, yo, come on, please stop it. And then after that, he just gave me the back. He just gave me the negative. And then after what happened, I was like, yo, bro, I went on his channel the night that he lost. I'm like, yo, dude, what happened? I told you that he was not that good. And he was like, oh no, he's gonna come back. He's gonna come back. I'm like, all right, bro.
This is what blows me about Demetrius Andre, right? Like he spent the past couple of years berating Canelo's his resume, talking about he's fighting easy fights and this and that and the third. 2 or 3, I want to say about 3 of the fighters that he's called out are all leftovers of Canelo. He's called out Caleb Plant, he's called out Edgar Berlanga, and he's called out Jaime Munguia. Why is it that you getting to fight these dudes in the now, but when Canelo was fighting them, they was cherry picks and all that? Like, it's just, this is what I mean. Like, I can't take these dudes serious, man. I can't take these dudes serious.
Exactly, man. That's what I'm saying. I
remember.
can't take Punch Drunk serious, man, because I remember a couple years ago he was a big Wilder fan. He says you can't have as many KOs as Wilder and not be considered a great fighter. I like, bro, if I guess he doesn't know about most of these fighters the rank they was in, bro. So I can't take this man serious. And also, you fucking bigging up Andre, bro. You're not gonna sell me. You're not gonna sell me.
The Wilder fans are another story,
Who you
bro.
fight matters.
No. Hold on, guys. I got something worse. Years ago, Demetrius Andre, he was at 160, I believe, and he was lingering around right before Janibek came, and he said that he was willing to fight Andre Ward or Andy Ruiz. And I remember I made a video about it. I was so shocked that he was willing to fight either one of those guys. I'm like, you fight, and I knew that the Andre Ward thing wasn't going to happen, but I'm like, why would you call out Andy Ruiz? He's a heavyweight. He told, yeah, I can do this. I got the footwork. We already know how bad that would have been.
Andre was saying this?
No, Demetrius Andre. Yes, Demetrius Andre. Yes,
he did.
Oh my God.
And I was shocked that he was saying this. And and people were like, yeah, he got better footwork. He can do this. He can do that with all these guys. I'm like, the weight's not gonna affect him. No, this is Boo Boo. He's that guy. All right.
Then quits on his stool.
Exactly.
All the Boogie fans are tripping.
He's the so-called boogeyman. He's the so-called boogeyman. He's this guy that people think he's the next Floyd Mayweather and all that shit. But then when he gets in the ring with a real fighter like Benavidez sends this man back to Rhode Island with a busted.
That wasn't even a world champion Benavidez, bro. Didn't even.
It wasn't.
I know. It wasn't, bro.
Man, I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry, man. Bottom line. Anybody advocate for Andre, bro? For Andre, Boo Boo, Doodoo, Poopo, Andre, you a
LGBTQ channel, bro. LGBTQ channel pushing it, bro. That was all.
I have man.
Andrade, this and that. I'm like, bro, who the fuck?
Yo. But you know what I find funny though? All those channels that were the majority of those channels that we just mentioned, they would consistently have like certain trainers on the channel. Because I know for a fact Punch had Bill Haney on there for a few times, and I'm pretty sure he had.
Bill. Hey, IBF. If you talk Bill's dick, bro, IBF. If you be, Devin's the best. Bill gonna be on paying you, bro. You gonna get that.
No, I'm cool, Bill. Bill, suck your own dick. I'm cool.
Yeah, you go.
I'm cool.
Oh my God, that's funny as shit, bro.
Man, I'm gonna get with y'all fools later, man.
All right, still, man. Blessings, my brother. Salute.
Already, my guys. Y'all stay right.
Get some hair,
my
bro.
brother. Salute.
Man. Bill suck your own dick.
Yeah, I mean, look, Bill Haney. This guy is probably the Haney's. Devin Haney is a guy, and this is gonna sound hateful, but it's not. He's the guy that I'd never want to watch box again.
Nah, exactly.
I just don't want to see it anymore. I don't want to see anything else from him.
Man, how you gonna come back from, bro, suing for battery? You're boxing. You're suing for battery, bro. Like, when is the last time somebody's done something like that?
Bro.
Exactly, bro. You cannot come back from this right here at all.
That's
The only
weird.
way to come
bro.
back. No, let me take that back. The only way to come back from this is fight Ryan again, but this time beat him convincingly.
That's what I do. But to cry and whine about it, and to take this man to court or something like that, that's just some coward pussy shit, bro.
Hey, that's crazy though too. What my boy right there was saying that he saw like Bill with this other YouTuber, right? Like, training and shit.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, who was that? Punch Drunk or who was? Because that's what Bill does. He be on. Why do you think on Key Talk? Oh look. He went from Tank the Face of Boxing to Devin. Like, what the fuck? And these are two different fan bases. They're not the same fan base, So it's like,
bro, I don't get why Bill Haney entertains these casual ass content creators like Ray Jackson and Southpaw. Like, I've seen them fools argue back and forth. Like, bro, you got a son who's boxing. Why are you taking your time out to argue with these idiots for, bro? What are you getting out of this shit?
He's trying to
Yeah.
build up Devin Haney, trying to build him
Yeah,
some
that's
buzz.
why. Hey, it's funny
By
'cause I was
arguing
on
by arguing with Southpaw?
Yeah,
Yeah.
because they feel like Devin Haney has no buzz.
Damn, bro, that's fucking sad, dog. That's sad.
Yo, but Clavo, to get
That's
back to your
crazy.
point, like even if Haney was, I honestly feel that even if Haney set up the rematch, I still think Ryan beats him up and knocks him out.
Well,
Yeah,
this time
it's
knocked
a
him out for
possibility.
real.
It's a possibility. Yeah, man. I'm not gonna outrule it. There's an avenue for that shit.
I think
Yeah,
I
it's
think
just
I think that
sorry,
if
go
the
ahead.
rematch is no, I think if the rematch is made, I just think I'm sorry, I think Ryan knocks him out again. That's what I think.
Well, knocks him out this time. It's just
Well,
because
this time, yeah, sorry.
the most fucked up shit was that this man was crying so bad to get his O back, and I can't believe this man got his O back.
Yeah, that
He
was wild.
Well, I mean,
really
nah,
should have two
I mean,
losses.
well, on that part, bro. I mean, on that part, I get it. You know, he cheated. He tested positive. You got the win overturned. I get that, but how much more do you want? You want to sue him? You want to talk all this other kind of shit? Like, bro, you really taking this like a little bitch, bro. You know, even some fighters are saying the same thing. You being a little bitch about the whole thing. Nobody in history has ever seen anything like that. Just like when Tate put two-way stipulations, it has never been seen before, dog.
Or
Yeah.
just
Kind of
like
fucked out,
even
man.
when, or like even the same shit with, like Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury. Wilder claimed that Fury cheated, but Wilder, at least what I can respect about that guy is that he didn't go to court or he didn't like file any lawsuits. He just went straight into a trilogy. It's like, you cheated, I'm gonna beat your ass in a third fight. At least, and that's something that Haney is not wanting
Didn't
to
do.
do. Like he
Right,
doesn't.
right.
But I can already see it, man. Haney's gonna be asking for all kinds of money. I got my O back. I'm still an undefeated fighter. Yeah, like
Yeah.
you're gonna have to pay me
Well,
a good ass grip
yeah,
to get me back in there too. So man, these fighters be playing hard to get when they hard to want all the time, bro. That's basically how the game goes now.
in reality, the man should
Yeah.
have 2 losses on his resume. He should be
Loma,
30-2.
For real.
Yes,
Loma,
Loma should have took
Loma.
that
100,
O. No, he should have had
100%.
3. Remember, Diddy took that O. There you
Oh,
go.
The
Oh,
old
that's
Diddy
true.
tuck he ain't getting back.
Well, we
Hey,
don't talk about
what do y'all
that
think
guy.
about Turkey Al-Sheikh buying the ring, man? And I think he bought out Michael Bench's account, bro, on Twitter.
He did, and they also said Turkey bought 10% of the zone stake as well. I thought.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah,
Damn,
man.
he's making a
damn.
move.
Nice.
It looks like the ring's not going to be his own show now, bro. They're going to be actually putting fights for it, and I mean that's another subscription right there, man. I mean, hey, I mean I'm all for it. I don't see nothing wrong with that, man. I mean that's what we need, man. We said that Riyadh season, bro. I love that shit, bro. That's where
That
you go.
Rhea,
That's
yeah.
where you go for fighters to get exposed, bro. That's where
That's
you
it.
go.
We
That's
need
why
more.
Yeah.
that's
We
why
need
KD
more
don't want to
fights,
go.
not less.
Right.
Yeah. We
I'm
need
all
good
for it.
fights, yo.
I'm all for it if he can make,
Ooh.
guys, set their egos aside and be like, all right, let's fight.
Well, let me ask you
Yeah,
guys
that's gonna
this:
be
do
good.
you think Al Heyman eventually join Turkey Al-Sheikh on a program like
He
all these
has
other
to, bro.
promoters, or you
How
think
is he
Al
gonna?
Heyman's going to stay on his
No,
side?
no. Good thing you brought that up. All right, no, look. Now, now Al Heyman is fucked because he don't have Showtime. Showtime ain't rolling the I mean, Prime ain't rolling the red carpet like Showtime did. They ain't giving him a budget or nothing. I don't even know how many pay-per-views Al Heyman's gonna have for the PBC this year in 2025 because look at the way last year went. You had, a couple of these ones kind of didn't do nothing very good, nothing well. He's gonna need to reach out both his hands, you know, fucking get on his knees and give fucking Turkey that hawk to it because that's bro. He has to, bro. He has to, bro.
Uh,
We got Bob Arum leaving and gonna go to the zone. So that's gonna be good because all of them are gonna be kind of like one. Then you got Al over there, but then Al one day I don't know, man. He ain't got money. He ain't got money like that. They broke. The PBC broke. They banking on Canelo. That's why they want Canelo right there because they banking on him. Because he's the guy that's gonna bring the pay-per-view money and shit. But other than that, bro, I mean, shit. Al Heyman needs
Absolutely.
Turkey, bro. He needs
Yeah,
Turkey.
I feel that. Yeah, I feel like he's not gonna have a choice now. I mean, you went from doing almost 20 shows the year before to now only doing 5.
For
And
real.
two
Throwing
of those were
pay-per-views,
Canelo's,
trash
and then
ones.
and also the one with no limit. That's come on, man. That's only 5. So and right now, dude, there's a reason why that Tank fight keeps getting canceled, bro. There's a reason why
Yeah,
that
because
shit,
it's gonna
you know,
flop.
you know what I mean, bro? All the details and all the evidence is there, bro. PBC, it's really not looking good for PBC. Fucking Prime doesn't promote PBC like they promote Inoue. Promotes
No.
Inoue. I don't know if y'all seen that
I
shit,
mean,
bro.
if you look at Prime, because I like Prime because they have a one championship. That's like another whole MMA organization. So I'll be watching that too. But right now, like when you go to Prime, they ain't got shit. They really got no fights. They barely got like the fight catalogs. They really got nothing on PBC. And then if you look at it, you know, Prime Amazon or Prime Video, they ain't giving the budget to PBC. So that's why PBC's fucking gloves off look fucking like some shit you see on Temu or some shit. You know, them fucking DVDs that were like straight, you know, those movies that went straight to DVDs got kind of that kind of vibe to it, you know?
Well,
I
no, it's
mean,
not
I
even
think
that, man. It's just that Prime isn't. I mean, who goes to Prime for boxing? You know what I'm saying?
It's true.
I
You go to
would.
you go
You
to the
know,
Zone.
That's true.
Zone for
And
boxing.
Prime
You
would
know, the
need to
Zone is
build
already an
up the
established
boxing.
boxing.
yeah, but you don't have to. I mean, I think Prime. I mean, it's PBC has to build it. Prime don't really got to build it up. It's just
Yeah, yeah.
PBC got to do. They got a good budget. Use your little cheap budget, but other than that, you gotta like work. You know, you gotta make the fights. Like make some good fight. I want to see
I agree.
Jermell Charlo versus Lara and Jamal Charlo versus Skull, and make that a pay-per-view. I'll pay for that shit. You know, shit like you gotta make some good fight. Don't give
Tripping
me
on that.
fucking Roach and Pinnacle. What the fuck? What is that? That's like, you know, the last time they're giving us crappy shit, like fucking Mario Barrios versus Keith Thurman. Like, who the fuck
Yeah,
wants
that
to
was
pay for
bad.
that? You
Wait, did
know?
you say Jermell Charlo and Lara's a pay-per-view?
No. As Jamal too, like you gotta have like those twins coming back because
It's a
they
double
do need
Charlo
something.
card
Yeah,
with
they
Lara
do.
and
Yeah.
Jamel, and then but Jamel wants to stay at 54, so you put him in against
Nah, he needs to move up.
Murtazaliev or
Nah,
something.
they need to move up. Both of them. They
That's
need to
still
move
not
up.
That's still not pay-per-view worthy.
I mean,
If you put him
I
against
like Charlo, so
Murtazaliev, and
maybe
then you
that's
do
why.
Maul versus somebody interesting, maybe a Caleb Plant, and then you
Oh
could
no,
do a
yeah,
double
no,
header.
Caleb
I
Plant,
think
that would
that's
be a good one.
close,
Yeah,
but it needs to be a
that'd be.
reasonable pay-per-view price too. It can't be
Yeah, I
$100.
mean, you could throw some more. Fuck it, throw Errol Spence in that too. Let him, you know, like he's not, you know, let him, you know, like fuck it, throw a fucking those three guys, and one of them's gonna headline that shit, and that's gonna sell it. You can't just give me something like Tank
But that's
versus
the problem,
Roach.
bro. PBC is gonna always give you that $80. They're always gonna give you
That's the
that
thing.
$80 along with the motherfucking subscription, bro. That's another fucking thing too, man.
That's
You
the
got two
thing, bro.
motherfucking paywalls. That's what I'm saying, bro.
Yeah,
That's the
that's the
reason why the
thing
pay-per-views are
too.
flopping is for putting fights like that as
Yeah, bro.
pay-per-views.
Look. There's sometimes I'll be watching UFC and these pay-per-views are ass. I'm like, man, I'm not gonna pay for this UFC shit, you know. So either way, man, when you telling the pay-per-views $80, you better make it solid. I mean, sometimes yeah, the UFC they do have more solid cards. Other than that, I've seen the UFC when they
the
first
problem with that
got the
though is
ESPN shit, they were throwing pay-per-views each month, and yeah, that shit was weird.
yeah, but the problem with that is like the Charlo brothers and I don't know Spence and Plant, like they're not all gonna wanna be on the same card because they're all gonna like let's say it fucking Al Heyman is gotta divide up 50 million. They're all gonna want a big chunk of that, and he's gonna be left with nothing. And if it doesn't sell, then he's fucked.
But
So
that's what I'm
like
saying too.
Bro,
They gotta stop
no
giving
no
them
no
fights
like
And
that
it's because
high.
he's
They
the,
gotta
no,
stop
overpaid
paying them.
people for too
They
bro,
gotta
long.
stop
and
paying them.
who's
Yeah.
who's in a hurry? Who's in a hurry to fucking see two woman beaters come back? Like, come on, who's
no.
gonna be anxious to see that shit?
I'm not saying I'm like
Hold on, fellas. Hold on, fellas. We'll have to pick this up another time. I appreciate everybody for jumping on. See you guys next time. Salute everybody.
salute.
All right, for sure. Salute, guys.
Salute.